report that they received at the last session?
I don't think I did.
Right.
So I know I did, because I have maxed out my weapon strength.
And I only have 100. I had 100. I don't
Okay.
think there was anything interesting that I wanted.
Well, so you can use 100 XP to increase one of your main profile stats by 5, or one of your secondary profile stats by 1. Let's see. In addition to some other minor stuff.
I'll
Or
flip through
in
it
addition
this
to getting
session.
talents and
Yeah,
skills.
it'll be done by the end of the session before we get more. So
Okay. I will ask again before the right before we do combat, just to make sure you do that.
I thank you.
Anyways, Oz, did you do yours?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
I did
Neat.
mine as well.
Okay. So that is basically everyone. Right. Let's get some goons in here. Yeah, fucking amazing grace over here. All right. So, after this great combat of dealing with these horrific chaos-warped mutants, clearing out the house, you are still without the girl that you were tasked to find. You haven't been able to spend much time searching the house.
We still have the basement to search.
One of the mutants did mention their friends downstairs. So
I did forget that entirely.
It's an easy assumption to make that there's something else downstairs that you might want to investigate. But in the meantime, there is also the house itself.
Ashira at this point is also just kind of coming down the general staircase from the room that she was able to come into. I don't know where that entrance would be.
So, on the first floor, that would be... Okay, actually, wait a minute. So if you come down that stairway, honestly, the only way down would be... Oh, shit, actually. So, we bring... There's a few, actually. So let me put you on the second floor.
Uh-huh. All the shit that I have yet to unveil.
Yeah, okay. So, that is where you killed this mutant.
Correct. I come down the stairs and do the thing.
So, there's a few different stairways on this level. If you wanted to come back the way that you came, you'd have to hop onto the roof and clamber down to the first floor.
Right, which I do not want to do.
Okay. You are in a room.
I'm gonna just...
There is a door to the north and the south.
Yeah, I saw this dude run out this way, so... Assuming that door is open, I could probably just, like, easily walk over here and see what's in the room.
It seemed to have mostly closed after he left.
Noted. Yeah, I'm not worried about it too much. I'm gonna go into this room.
Okay. Reveal areas. That one. There.
Okay,
Okay, and it's slightly larger. I just haven't done that right yet.
Immediately, Ashira looks at the bear on the floor and like, oh, that's useless. That is incredibly useless. She's just gonna now go over into this room.
Okay, let me reveal all this here.
Ah, Mother of Mercy, it's black in here. It's just a fucking hallway.
It's actually pretty bright.
Of course I picked the area that just doesn't have shit. Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna kind of like look about, like go all the way down, and upon realizing there doesn't seem to really be anything, she's just gonna go back up.
Well, there's not nothing. You walked past a 2 bedrooms, it seems, and then also, in addition to the rooms themselves, there are a few corner sort of doors.
Yeah, and they look like not palisades, but towers outside. Yeah,
Essentially.
like watchtowers. So I'd assume that they go up and down. It's probably my best bet there. She is idling, kind of looking at this room. She sees a couple things that are shiny. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, also, you did notice in the room with the bearskin rug and
there's
the
a chest
other
at the foot of the
trophies. There. You also noticed a few weapons display cases in that room as well.
Anything that would be tailored or enticing to an elf.
There was a what appears to be a one-handed sword and a dagger of some kind. In here, however, there is a chest.
I'm just gonna kind of lightly kick the bottom of the chest to see if it like jingles.
It does make, well, it makes sort of a noise, kind of a thud.
So it's
You don't
definitely
hear
hollow
any
on the
particular
inside.
jingling noise.
Is it locked?
Let's see. It doesn't appear so.
Noted. Easily just flip it open. Take a look inside.
Okay. It just appears to have clothing,
Anything?
as far as you can tell.
Anything worth something on the market?
It's good quality clothing. You could probably take it and sell it.
I'm gonna take it and
Or-
stuff it up and underneath my cloak, and then tuck my cloak back upside down, and then fold it up over my head, so I'm just carrying like a backpack.
Okay, sure. You now have a what is essentially a shirt full of clothes,
Alright.
of crumpled up clothes.
I'm also going to, like, as I'm walking out and going to go downstairs, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. And open this chest if it's possible.
Alright. That one is also open,
Easily enough.
and it also appears to be
Clothing.
just full of clothing.
Just stuffing more into the pouch.
Mm.
Now
Okay.
realizing that it's not going to hold its own weight, I take off my cloak and like bundle it like a knapsack. Just throw it on my shoulder. Go back in. Is it within a case?
Yes. it
I'm
is
shattering
a
the glass and I'm just pulling them
Alright.
both out.
Alright.
So the rest of you hear the glass shatter probably.
So you shatter an unlocked glass case. Inside is a longsword of what appears to be good quality, and a dagger as well.
Does it have any elvish caricature on it?
No,
No elvish make?
This-
Noted. And she's just
this
gonna
is
hold them. Good
quite
fodder for
imperial.
They're gonna be good fodder for the rest of the party. And she just makes her way downstairs.
Okay. So, let me reveal this here. Okay. So, Ishira, you go down the stairs. And just a moment. Arrive here. As you can actually see the stairs go further down, but from how much you've gone down the stairs, you imagine you're on the ground floor.
I'd stop at the next entrance and just kind of give it a quick look. And upon seeing Brock, oh, you look and smell revolting.
Almost as revolting as your face, elf. Get back down those stairs. Brock is kind of wandering your direction and muttering under his breath.
You know, first thing, you don't tell a woman that, and secondly, you definitely don't tell an elf that, unless there be some hedge magic on you. In the meantime,
Magic.
Looking at Brock,
No better than the dead
he uses a two-handed mallet, yeah?
Brock has a one-handed weapon, and
It's
he has
a
a shield?
so it's a pretty much a dwarven like one-handed battle axe.
Yeah.
Noted. She just, you see that she's holding the dagger and the sword kind of just cinched at her hip. These be interest of you?
Are you trying to pick a fight, elf?
No, just the weapons.
Oh,
Are they
what do
better?
I care?
Are they better what you use? Are you skilled at them? They seem relatively good quality. They were locked up.
I have fine weapons. Why are we talking about this? We're here for a job. Let's go downstairs and look for the girl. Silly elf.
I don't want
As
to...
as a reminder, the suits of armor that are sort of statue-like standing ones in this room, the armor itself is essentially useless, but the weaponry is not. It appears to be of decent quality. There's a great sword, a great axe, and what appears to be a two-handed hammer.
Too heavy for me to carry. Not worth it. Where is William at this point?
William?
She remembers you used light weapons.
Unless he moves, William is still in the courtyard.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's still in the courtyard riding the high of the shop.
You see Aishira kind of just give a light gesture when you don't move. She whistles sharply through her teeth.
Just kind of fucking whips his head around for a second.
Hey.
What? Oh, right.
Get in here, we have a chance to do.
For a second, he looks like he's gonna try the window again, but realizing how embarrassing that was, he's just like, no. Through the door.
There is a door directly to your north. However, there is a big, stinky monster in the way as well.
I was gonna say,
all
he'll
over
just...
the floor.
Aishira is also going to call into the room with Roth. You coming?
As you motion into the room, you see the horns of thick fur mutant just on the ground as part of his leg is laddered against the wall.
His leg has been severed at the knee by what appears to be a great force.
Are you coming?
Huh? That you, Shia?
Again, she just gives like a sharp whistle and like very much like
Oh, you see him peek
like-
his head around, it's just like, what's up?
like a Mexican woman just kind of turning around and like, ay Dios mío, is like just muttering in Elvish of like, oh fucking god.
What?
Let's go. Come on. The rest of the party's waiting for us downstairs.
You made Roth like, was it deaf or semi-deaf in one ear?
For about a minute, yeah, probably.
No. I was asking Lance. Like, did you actually?
Oh, yeah, Roth is fucking 48.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that old.
She
He's a
just
fucking
like,
old man.
She
younger.
just like gestures to come here.
Damn.
I thought he was young, and you like because he used his gun so much, like was just deaf in the gun, or was just deaf in the ear that he constantly was
Firing the gun.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah, that too.
Aishira is just holding a knapsack of something. Like, she definitely didn't come in looking like a hobo.
I like to point out too, he cursed and he's hearing voices in his head, so.
That's also fair.
They've mostly abated. You're not hearing the voices anymore.
Yeah. I like to think it's like relapse and stuff, just like he's trying to figure out like what they said, but also trying to be like, no, it's heresy.
As we're walking down the stairs, though, Aishira is going to like gently hold out the dagger and the short sword. Are these of any use to you?
He kind of looks at him, just like, no, don't think so. They don't look that great. Guy looks at him, just like,
They were locked up.
In terms of what the good quality means, in terms of this session, they don't have any different stats than normal. They would have a reduced weight by 10%, and in general, they look rather fancy.
So they probably
well-made.
sell for quite a bit.
They sell for
Less
more.
functional, more art pieces. Noted. Aishira is then just going to kind of keep that to herself, though.
well, that was that you describing that as Roth, or Shira?
Would Aishira know that it's more art piece rather than functionality?
No, it does work. In fact, it does work about as good as a normal sword. In fact, it's easier to to
Okay.
carry than a
Noted.
normal sword because it's lighter.
Yeah, so she'd feel that, and just it's might be of use. If you already have
But-
one, try it out, see if it fits better.
Yeah, I prefer weight in my sword.
Fair enough. William.
Is the dagger the same with the whole
Yes.
letter? Okay. Yeah, he'll actually reach out and take the dagger. Could come in handy. Never know when you need more.
I guess I'll keep the short sword then. Who knows, maybe I can get into dual wielding like my brother.
I recommend against it. If anything, a shield would be good for you. You look pretty banged up.
A shield.
Oh, yes.
Yes, because I'd like to be encumbered to the point where I can't move.
They make light shields, my friend.
There's no such thing. A shield is empowered. She's just, confused at that statement.
With that,
To her, a shield is
Or-
like carrying a tree.
go ahead, Lance.
I'll show you some masterpieces in town once we get back. They're very nice. They're very light.
So,
oh.
okay, continue.
I was just gonna say, yeah, William would just kind of lightly nudge Roth and just say, I mean, look at her, man. She looks like a strong breeze would blow her over.
Oh,
Did I pick that up?
Regular twig here.
Do I pick
If
that up?
you like, you can roll.
Don't even have to.
perception.
He has to whisper loud enough for Roth to fucking hear it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you heard
True.
it. It was like hush tone, but it was pretty obvious that he was
Very true.
making you hear it. Like
Roth
he likes fucking with you guys. let's
Anyone
put it
that
Roth
is
is-
looking at
Roth
Ashira's
is somehow
face is
simultaneously deaf and has a bonus to hearing. Uh,
I love it.
Anyone looking at Ashira's face is just kind of like a scowl with an eye roll.
his great
She just-
selective hearing.
Gestures forward toward the staircase. Well then, big man, after you first.
So,
That would actually be the point where he would look up. Sorry, I don't mean anything personal by it. Just
Oh, I'm not talking about you. That was an excellent shot. I'm talking to him.
just very thin.
As you see Roth loading the gun, looks back like, oh, puts it away and pulls out a shield.
Loads gun with malicious intent. Yeah.
Go on.
Anyways, so just
While that was
to-
going on, Brock literally was going down the stairs.
Yep. So he's probably good quite a bit in.
Just to make sure, you guys are immediately going to the basement. You're not searching the rest of the house anymore.
I think
Not
the
yet.
girl is priority. Or at least for Ashira, it's priority.
All right, makes sense.
people
Okay, yeah, because all the
Closest thing
upstairs
hasn't
is totally not
explored.
looted.
What? Yeah. So what? Order would you guys like to go into? Then?
Brock, Roth, William, Ashira is my vote.
I think Brock, then Roth is the appropriate order. I do not think the other two matter.
So, unless as you want to go
I don't
behind.
have to say it like that.
I
As-
meant the order. They're both
I
brains.
knew what he meant. I
As
knew
in,
what he meant.
unless you want to go behind Ashira, she's gonna kind of just wait for everyone and then go down herself.
Yeah, he's short. He's easy to shoot over.
That was my guess as to what the order would be. But I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure. Also, Lance, just to make your life a little bit easier, I am going to say that you can you can like tie your lamp. You can hang your lamp from your belt on your hip, so you have both hands free. If you are all right with that.
Yeah, that works.
That being said, what weapons does everybody have like in their hands when they go into the base?
So I have my shield, and do firearms have a range increment of up closeness?
So, no, you can shoot like you can shoot like up to point blank
Distance.
range, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So he has
longer
he has the
range is
flintlock.
bad for you. Yeah.
He has the
Um,
flintlock out with the shield, kind of hugged up to like the center of his chest, kind of like checking forms with the gun.
Okay.
Ashira's just looking at you like you're a big oaf that doesn't know what you're doing.
Mm.
She's just like, she doesn't even have the arrow knocked Like, she's just holding her bow with, like, the string resting on her forearm with the arrow in the other hand. And she's just confident and calm. She actually probably has her dagger in her hand, like, outside of the arrow, so she can flip if needed.
Okay.
William has his crossbow. He's not confident in his ability to hit with knife.
As you pull out the crossbow, by the way,
Understandable.
Shira just kind of places a hand on your shoulder. She goes, I heard that, by the way.
Wasn't anything particularly impressive. Just got lucky.
I am a
Do not shame your marksmanship.
I am a skilled marksman, and I couldn't hit that. With a bow.
What did you say, Lance?
Very lucky.
Huh?
I actually didn't hear that, Lance. What?
Roth is saying, don't shame your marksmanship. Some, well, don't have the weapons to hit that range, and some others are just, it's tricky for them to hit it. Kind of gesturing to Ashira.
If
So,
you
be proud.
look back, this motherfucker is red in the face from all of these compliments.
Yeah.
He just kind of like pulls his hood up a little bit and like kind of starts brushing his hair out of his face.
You do notice, though, that Roth kind of notices that and just be like, but we do need to improve your mantling skills, if I could say.
God, both of you caught me off guard at that.
Shira,
The-
at the, like, version of mantling skills, I mean, I could teach you how to scale the ball relatively easily.
I couldn't make it on the fucking window.
Like I said, I can teach you how to scale a wall. It's not complicated, you just need to find grip points. And upper muscle strength. Which apparently I don't have, but my legs can carry my weight, so...
He's just gonna take a deep breath, steel himself, crossbow forward, and just say, alright, let's just find this girl and get the hell out of here.
Agreed. Let's go.
So after as you walk down the staircase, sort of bickering to each other, and just sending each other more compliments and asking for climbing lessons, the staircase it begins to sort of go straight, where instead of in a spiral pattern. And before long, the party can see into the room. I actually ended up giving people correct vision and
Oh,
line
hey!
of sight on this one. So we do have
I'm the
dynamic
only
lighting this time.
I'm the only loser who doesn't really have that.
Everybody,
I can see
Everybody
quite a bit,
ex-
holy Christ.
everybody except for Roth has night vision. Roth gets a torch. But that does mean that other people can see Roth
Oh, shit.
even outside of their range of vision.
Got it, noted.
Anyways, so
Since I left a little early, can I be a little bit further into the room?
sure. Push your character in however far you want to be.
Oh, Lord.
Not too far, please.
One,
All right,
two,
that
three,
works.
4. Yeah. So I
So-
kind of wanted like one movement range. In
Oh,
front.
okay.
So-
That's kind of what I was
too.
thinking. Like that's about the head start he got.
So Brock ends up. Brock, you enter the this sort of this damned looking room, and you look about you, and you see in the sort of low light of this basement, in addition to several doors in this room, you see skittering furred creatures crawling on all fours. They tend to... hold on, let me change the music here. Yeah, it's a bit better. In front of you, you see 3 of these beasties. Hold on. You see 3 of those beasties gnawing on some dead body. 2 of them gnawing on something else. And another pair to your south, sort of skittering and like looking amongst each other.
How
You appear to be
large do they
surrounded.
appear?
So these are very large rats. As a dwarf, they probably come up to your waist in terms of their height.
Wow, they're like dogs. Alrighty then.
Ugh.
What the? What kind of? What is happening here? This ain't.
Is Brock attempting to be stealthy?
Oh, God.
Not particularly.
Okay.
He's kind of brashly like entering in, especially after like so far they haven't put up tons of resistance.
Mm.
So he's feeling pretty confident about himself right about now.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
He is still wielding his shield, so he feels protected.
Not when you're surrounded, idiot.
It should be mentioned, Brock is the only person who's actually walked into the room.
Mm-hmm. Well, we assumed it was still his head start.
Oh, sure.
No, he pretty much like he wandered in and is looking around and is really perplexed. And so you guys walk up behind him while he's looking around, kind of. You just kind of see him kind of like taking a ready stance, but like very curiously glancing about him, like trying to figure out what's going on.
We got rats.
The
More
rats.
like dogs at the size they are.
The rats stop what they're doing and glance over and look. All turn to look over at the party. They almost seem like they're not certain what they're going to do.
That's fine. If Ishira can see even remotely anything, these are not Skaven, correct?
These are not rat men. They are big rats.
Noted. Ishira is would like to call upon their understanding of like nature, animals, and things such as that, if possible.
Go for it.
I kind of outdoor survival, if you think that would benefit, because I do not have animal training.
Yeah, you don't have a knowledge skill for that, and you don't have... Yeah, outdoor survival probably makes the most sense.
And then obviously change it as you do. Hey, okay.
This is relatively simple. I'm going to give you the plus 10 there.
Okay. Just to
So-
know if basically like to give you a little bit more like narrow scope of basically just knowing, are they naturally hostile, are they naturally neutral, or are they naturally passive?
With rats, it's difficult to tell. They tend to be relatively passive, except for in situations in which they are... They're rather territorial, and you imagine you probably are in their territory, and they are more aggressive when hungry.
Okay, well good. Those two are eating, so we're kind of okay with that.
In
You
my
should-
like,
You notice that you do notice that they are eating other rats.
That's
They are
perfectly
resorting to cannibalism.
fine. That is perfectly fine.
do we see
Nick,
any
that's
like?
much for you.
Oh god. Does Roth
Anyways.
see with this short vision any doors around? Or see anyone that is alive out of that?
So,
Which the girl.
it's difficult to see with your vision here, but the in terms of what you can see for doorways, there's one apparently directly to your north, one or two over to your west near these rats, and that's about the most you can see. In terms of humanoid figures that aren't your party, you can just barely. Actually, wait. Can you see that far?
I mean,
You
I
could-
see on my screen. I see the very edge of the skeleton. I see the first rat on that table-looking area over there. I somewhat see all the rats in the corner, and
Right.
and the rats down below. I pretty much see everything other than the very top one.
You see, probably the outline of like a bit of a skeleton over here, but other than that, it's
Yeah,
all just these large, like freaky-looking, shifty creatures.
Ishira is going to gently kind of put her hand on William's shoulder and just kind of usher him to the side while she steps between. She's gonna get a little closer. I have significantly better vision in the dark, elf. Also the dwarf. But she's also going to just gently say, so we're in their territory. They're typically relatively passive, so long as we don't agitate them. The ones that are feasting should be fine. So the two below us, and she looks over toward them, they're probably like skittering and looking a little haggard and patient. We should be okay.
Roth just looks at you just like, is that really the rats?
So, I don't know how well you know this. One big enemy is nowhere near the threat of many small. That is why you bring an army to an army and not a juggernaut.
It is also depending on the skill of said people. He says, kind of like looking at the group that we're in.
Not always.
And
Again, I have range. William has range. You two are meat shields.
at that, Roth looks at you just like, describe me as a tool again, and I will leave you to die.
You won't have to do that. He'll do it himself. He's an elf.
I'm explicitly just saying the truth. So, pardon. He gives a sly smile and is now knocking an arrow. Just waiting. Not doing anything. She does not look hostile in the slightest. She does not look like she wants to fight these things. She looks relatively calm and passive. She is confident that these things are not going to hit her.
Brock,
Roth, hang on real quick. So I didn't see any doors, right, in here?
You would notice the door to your north, but other than that, you don't really see many in your.
Hear any type of maybe like, muffled, like not like I guess panic, because there was gunshots and yeah. If I can remember where that's at.
With your bonus for hearing.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, okay, there it is.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice. That's a good success. Focusing on the sounds that you can hear, aside from the rats that are nearby you, that are sort of scratching across the cobbled stone of the floor and making light squeaking sounds, and occasionally nipping at each other. You do hear among the sort of dull, resounding ringing of the underground,
What was it?
Some sort of very, very distant chittering. Almost as if something's mumbling to itself.
I probably won't be able to see that from here. So at that, Roth was set on that door and is going to pretty much start making his way over to that door slowly, while keeping an eye on the rats, kind of just trained on him with the gun.
It is difficult to hear which direction that's coming from because of just the underground makes kind of everything, all the sounds bounce off the walls.
As you found in my camping.
As soon as Brock notices Roth is moving in a direction, he's gonna kind of mirror him and kind of automatically cover his back.
Ashira's gonna turn back to William. What do you think? Should we follow, or should we, do a...
Honestly, strength in numbers A and B. If we do have to fight these things, I would rather the two most, no offense to you or myself, but competent in this range be with us.
Well, see, that's the point. They, if they get into a scrap, are going to simply just draw the wrath down upon us, whereas we can remain at a distance.
And
Not
stay
stopping.
together.
Just like, we will be the meat shields, the tools for you, and we'll continue to move.
Just a sly smile over Aishira's face.
So, yeah, all right. Would you like to move your character token up to the north there? We can see the door. Then, yeah. Okay.
Aishira's also gonna kind of like... She's gonna test the rats just a little bit as they're kind of going up north to the door. She's going to like see how close she can get before they even give the slightest sign of reacting, just to kind of understand the space.
So this one, as soon as you get to about here, it steps back,
Noted. She's taking note of that. She steps away.
and then it steps back forwards. It steps forward again.
She just lightly before she she like goes to turn and tap Roth on the shoulder and then sees that you're not there. I could make a tape. I can make it dance.
Don't care, Elf.
Oh, but look, I can make the rat dance. Ding, ding,
So,
ding.
so the other rats start to move closer, as
Yeah.
well as the one that you were standing next to.
Noted. She's going to get closer to the numbers.
So you are standing next to this wooden door. It doesn't appear to be locked. The rats near this dead body here, this dead rat body, also seem to have gained a bit more interest and are
She
starting
is
to creep
immediately
forward.
at this instance. She's going to light a torch.
All right.
William just turns to Roth. Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door.
So I have a torch lit, and I'm not holding it aggressively. I'm just holding it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me put that light on you then. Just a moment. Emits light.
So I've slung the bow back over and like pulled out of my backpack the torch and flame, lit it, and to now have the dagger and the dagger and the torch. Bow's on the back. I have no range right now.
Okay.
She does not want to be the first one to shoot these things. Because she knows that means that that's going to be an onslaught instantly.
So, now the rats that are on this table are now closing in a little bit more on the group.
Open the Tam door.
What the fuck are these things? Moth rats?
William,
William says, fucking trembling.
aim at the one in the center of the three.
Does somebody open the door? Is the question.
I mean, Roth is making his way to the door. I don't know where the door is specifically at.
You're
Okay.
standing right next to it, so
Okay,
Yeah,
it's hard,
you
it's hard
can
to
order.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. The
So
map
how?
isn't the best for that.
You're
Yeah,
good.
how-
Maps typically have like bigger walls than this, so you can
Yeah.
dynamic lighting a little easier.
Continue, Lance.
Thank you. What would it be to open the door? I guess because I feel like this is not unlocked.
It is locked. You may open it.
It is locked.
It is not locked.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you said it was
So-
locked.
Did I?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
It is locked.
Sorry.
You may open it. I'm like, what?
Roth will kind of just open the door and just start forcefully shoving people in.
All right. The door is opened. There appears to be some bedding or some beds and some scattered bits of furniture in this room.
William probably gets shoved in. Aishira sees your hand go up, and she just puts her hand up to block it, like wave it out of the way.
He
And
will
easily
grab
just-
your hand and just throw you.
She just
I'm gonna go throw myself in there.
She just easily steps inside. If I could, there we go. Dynamic lighting
Yeah.
walls.
No, it's yeah.
You're fine. I've used them before. It's not fun. You're good.
Roth, do you tap? Because Brock is looking towards the rats, not towards the
Holler, yank.
door. Okay, just tap. Right, as soon as you tap him or anything, he's going in just to take a look.
So
And
Roth,
yeah.
the
Ashira
rats
is
are.
gaining distance on the door. She's just gonna
Yeah.
go right to here.
So from what you can tell, the rats are getting very close to you.
Which one seems to be the biggest out of all of them?
Let's see. There's 7 of them.
I specifically had William aim at the one that I saw was feeding the most on that bigger corpse.
So yeah,
Almost
that'd
like
be,
the
that'd be
alpha.
this one here,
Yeah, that was at least my ideology for it.
the one in the center here.
Roth will they are closing in pretty quickly, aren't they?
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're clearly interested and look hungry.
So Roth will just turn and fire at that one.
Your gun
Oh yeah.
Yep.
that takes an eternity to reload.
He's got a sword. It's not like he's unarmed
She
without the gun.
sees you pull out the gun and immediately just plugs her ears.
It
Already
doesn't take
out.
too long, but firing a gun in an underground environment would be very loud. Which you can still do it, but I'm just mentioning.
Oh yeah, he knows. He doesn't care about sound at this point.
I was gonna say survival over that.
So
Yeah.
Aishira is plugging her ears and is getting ready to throw the torch if they ascend further.
William's too scared
So
to think of that.
so you're gonna shoot him?
Yeah, let me make that attack.
All right. I'm gonna say this isn't a surprise attack, but you do get the first action.
Attack. So I don't add anything to that?
No bonus unless you want to use the aim action.
No.
But yeah, okay.
So
So
there's a very loud bang.
there's a very loud bang. The rats seem to be startled, at least for now. However, they
And-
do. That was enough to snap the tension and cause them to be willing to attack. And if you would like, I'm going to say you also have another half action you may use.
Yeah. Is the any can't will go through you, right?
No, I don't think they can. Well, they can try to go around you, but you can attack them with a melee weapon.
So
if
me,
they try.
I guess I will take a step back and pretty much just shield up and drop the firearm into the room somewhere.
All right. So everybody, roll initiative. As a reminder to the way that initiative works in Roll20, have your token selected when you roll.
Would I be able to throw the torch, or do you want me to roll for initiative to do that?
You can drop the torch if you like, but you would have to make an attack.
Yeah, my
You could-
intention
you would
was
have-
to ready it while he was pulling out the gun, and then throw
Right.
it if they were.
Yeah.
Mine was already out. I do not want to save for a fifth time, please.
Right. So yes, you can make the attack roll there.
Okay.
Also,
So this would be ballistic skill.
yes, ballistic skill.
No modifier. There we go. Yeah. No.
Well, okay, so there would be quite a decent modifier because you're not trying to hit a specific one, right?
Yeah,
You're
I was
throw
just
it
kind of
into the area.
lobbing it through the door. Yeah.
54. It's plus.
I will roll initiative here.
So roll a d8.
Okay. Roll 1d8. Dink. 7.
So that is. I'm gonna say your target was hereabouts.
Yeah.
Or
Just
your-
so let me draw.
Like thereabouts,
let me
maybe?
draw freehand. I was kind of just aiming in this general area.
Okay. So, if that's the case, yeah, you are able to throw it, and
Like
it
the 3x3 square. Get that.
it bounces off of the inside of the doorway here, leaving a few kind of painful embers on Roth, but not dealing any actual damage. And then it lands it bounces off and lands about here.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a torch icon there.
Very nice, Elf. Very nice.
Well, if you didn't rattle my ears.
Ears have nothing to do with your eyeballs.
No, but they
And
do when
I
you get a
thought elves
massive
were supposed to
migraine.
be good at hitting things from range.
Are you jackasses seriously doing this now?
There.
Williams says, still fucking terrified.
I have a dagger out, I have thrown the torch, I have rolled initiative.
Okay. There, that is there. Okay. The rats will make their roll as well. Okay. That is...
Roth will swap out.
I need to pull up their stat
So
sheet.
just take a step back, I'll fill in.
You notice Roth is doing the thing that he did before, actively ignoring things now.
Ah. All right. So,
Stubborn old man.
right. So this is the initiative order. Ashira gets to go first.
She's just going to yell, Roth, duck, and is going to aim for this fucker.
Just change the music out here.
So, half action to swap. She's not going to aim. We're just going to go straight weapon roll with her longbow. So she swaps to her longbow, readies an arrow, and... Wow.
Hit.
Okay. I was not expecting that, I'll be honest. So there you go.
All right. Okay. So, right. Unfortunately, you didn't roll fantastic damage, but you did do some damage. Which one were you attacking again?
If you had them colored, it would be easier, but this one.
This one. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
No, you're fine. I know the struggle. Don't worry. You're okay.
Okay. So, this one. Oh my gosh. When will I remember to not stop? Just okay. There you go. All right. So that is +3 armor. Okay. That is enough to sort of shoot it in its paw. It's not enough to actually, stop it, but it does seem quite annoyed. It's mad, at least.
Noted.
Right. Did you take an aim action on that one?
I did not.
You have an half action then.
No, because I swapped from I was holding a dagger and a torch. I threw the torch as the reaction.
Ah,
I put the
right.
dagger away and pulled out the bow, fired the bow.
Right. You readied it. Okay. Right. Okay. So that
I'm just
light.
staying, waiting, being prepared
For sure, yeah.
and ready and doing what I do. I will also
right.
say, however, when I do hit it, I'll be like, I hit its fucking paw. To Brock.
So, these rats, now terrified and starving, pounce towards Roth in an attempt to try and end him and eat his meat. Let's see. They run over here.
GM. Question. How many turns, roughly, would it take for me to run back upstairs to where the giant fell? And back down?
So...
Is it worth...
What? So, what's your movement?
Hold please. My movement is 5.
So, I'm gonna say... Yeah, right. If you're doing run actions after you get to the staircase, you would take probably 2 full turns before you got back. However, the more pressing issue is that there is no staircase in this room.
Correct.
And the only exit is blocked by a bunch of rats.
Correct. I'm well aware of this. What I have in mind is dumb and stupid, but it is something I sure would think about. Because she understands the plight that these creatures are going through. She does not want to murder them if she does not need to. So,
Might not have a choice.
So William, as you're ready in your thing, you look over, and Aishira is looking past the rats. And if you think like in junction of where the map is, she's looking at the staircase.
Alright. So, in the meantime, the rats attack at Roth with their large fangs. You are attacked once, twice, thrice. They do get a bonus, or a pretty hefty bonus, because you're outnumbered 3-1 in your current position.
Or they have to beat damage of 6.
Yes. But it's easy for them to hit you, at least. Okay, so they ran out of attack.
And parry, I can only do once. I can't do it to like all attack, right?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I have a
you
shield.
Well,
What does the shield do in this? I
Shield
guess?
makes
'Cause
parry easier, but
it makes parry easier, alright.
unless you spend your turn trying to defend yourself, you can only use one parry per turn.
Gotcha.
You can do a
And
full defense though.
but you do get to parry after you find out whether or not they hit you. So
I got you.
it appears that so you currently see 2 rats diving in that you imagine would hit you if you did not do anything about it. So you get hit twice if you can't parry.
Yeah, I'll parry against one of them.
Okay. Roll your that.
Damn.
Unfortunately, you were distracted by one of the ones that you thought was going to attack you was actually just a distraction for the other one that came in and bit your ankle.
Damn ankle biters.
Yeah. Right. So that is right. So you get hit in the right leg and the 31. That is the right arm. Okay. And let's see if they do any damage. Okay. So, Roth, it appears that you take... so it's 8 damage and then 5 damage before your armor. So...
8 does go through, because I only have 6.
Yeah.
But the 5 does not. So I take, what, like 2 damage?
Yes.
3 damage? Yeah, 2 damage, yeah.
Alright. That is the rat's turn. William, it's your go.
Alright. First thing he's going to do is, I think this is the distance I can move with one movement.
Probably.
You have 3 movement.
4, because I moved up 1. Unless you would count moving diagonally as...
You went from
They're
here.
not.
Yeah, I went from there.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, so, okay, I wasn't sure. The D&D thing screwed me up with that.
Yeah, no,
Alright, I'll
this
move back
game does
one
not
more.
use Pathfinder diagonals.
I'll move back 1 more. And... can I aim and fire in this instance, or...
No, because you used a half action to move.
Okay, okay.
If you'd like to change your mind on what your action is, that's fine.
No, he's just gonna take aim.
Okay.
He just wants to be in an advantageous position to do so.
Roth, it's your turn. Considering that you're in what would probably be a kind of dicey combat here, I'm just going to remind you what your options are. If you could pull up the character pack thing in the what is it called? The Google Drive. That is a list of
Mine is not sorted.
the
The pages are not properly placed.
Yeah.
So
what, let me...
And a lot of things are also deleted off because it doesn't fit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Let me So a few options aside from the normal attack and defend and all that, or attack. So you can disengage, which is pretty sure that's a full action. That would be your whole turn. But you would be able to move without provoking an attack from them. You could you could do a defensive stance, which is another full action, which causes anybody that tries to attack you to take a -20 to their roll. You could do a guarded attack, which is another full action, but it lets you make an attack with a penalty, or a -10 penalty, but get a bonus to parry until the next turn. Or you can take a parrying stance as a half action, which gives you an extra parry per turn, but you use a half action on it.
Gotcha. We talked about the lantern last session. That one is like, it is pretty much a small fire.
It's essentially a candle in a box.
Yeah. If I manage to like slam that in the middle of all these rats, that would be effective. Of just what my character could possibly think it could be effective.
It
without
could work.
Harming others, yeah.
From what you've noticed, actually, it looks like they avoided the torch on the floor. They might have some kind of minor fear against fire. It would be at least decent for... You don't know if it would actually hurt them, but it'd at least be decent for keeping them out of a space. If you wanted to limit the amount of places they can attack you from.
Got you. I would probably just do the defensive stance then.
Okay. The one that gives them -20 to hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that's my full turn?
Yes, that would be a full action.
Gotcha.
Alright. Okay. Just a moment, let me do that as well. Okay. So, let's put a icon on Roth to show that he is defending himself. Is there like a shield icon?
Yeah,
that's good enough.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Good parry.
Well, that's fine. Brock, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to move right here and pretty much ready in action. Roth, take a step back. Let them come through the door one by one.
He'll nod to you at that, kind of still being recoiled from the decent, not really like a tear, but a decent punch from his arm.
Okay. Okay. Those ones that I just put in the Wednesday support chat or channel are your list of actions.
Got you.
Yeah. And then after, so he's really just gonna take aim. So he's like aiming, ready for when Roth take a step back.
Okay. Right. So, oh my gosh.
So, I'm gonna tell you what I want to do, and you tell me what is mechanically possible, because I do not know the system too well.
Okay.
I would like to use my allies as a footstool to leap over the rats, to then go upstairs, grab the food, come back down, and throw it.
Okay. Give me a minute.
You're playing a very abnormal elf.
Yeah,
I like to point this out, just because.
Wait, are you a high elf
you
or
are
what elf?
What else?
what else?
You have not
Okay.
communicated this at all to Roth. If you do this, Roth is not going to expect it, and more likely than most will drop that goal.
Yeah, anyways.
I'm gonna call it ahead of time. Use your shield to boost me.
He's already in that defensive stance.
I know. More using the dwarf as a step stool to vault over you, which I assume is a half action to make the roll to do the thing, but then the other half action to move.
I guess that's like
or
a
if I can
jump.
sprint while moving, jump kind of thing.
What? Okay, what is your movement?
My movement is 5.
Okay, so you could. This would be some kind of leap. I'm gonna say that. Probably the best thing to do in terms of what would happen in universe is you would yell at Roth to get out of the way at the last moment, and you would just jump over the rats, right?
Okay.
The I don't mean to step on you there, but the an involuntary thing like that would be probably more detrimental than anything else.
Can I
You
not?
can
I not move through my own ally space?
So you can,
Okay.
but specifically, you would basically have to make some kind of agility check with a penalty in order to successfully do the jump off of Roth.
Okay.
And then you would probably get a bonus on the resulting jump, or you could just not take the original bit and just.
If I can vault over the rats, that's fine.
So I'm gonna give you the leaping rules rundown here.
Okay.
So leaping is a full action. You can do
okay.
one of two things. You can either do a running leap or a standing leap. A running leap, basically you sprint up to twice your movement characteristic. Or basically you, before the jump, you run up to 4 yards, which is 2 squares.
Okay.
And then after that, you can
Continue
you
to sprint.
do amount leaped equal to yes. The maximum distance leaped is equal to your movement plus your strength bonus in yards.
Oh Christ. Okay, my strength
and that
bonus
is-
is 2. My
Yes.
movement is 5, so that means 7.
7 yards, not 7 squares.
So if I were
so
to
you-
move here and then leap at Roth's space, vaulting over this one rat.
So you would move here,
Why
run
did I-
into his
I
space,
picked up
jump
Roth?
on the tile there, and then land here.
Yes.
If you can make the roll.
And it's just
There's
my
required.
straight athletics.
So it would it
Or
would be
it's
agility,
agility, okay.
I'll say, in this instance.
Okay. I got a 50-50.
Before this starts, may I point out that not only do you have to succeed the roll, but then you will also leave the 3 of us for 2 turns.
Correct.
I just want to point that out.
I'm very well aware of this, yes.
Possibly more importantly, for each degree of failure on the test, so every 10 you fail by, the distance leaped is reduced by 1 yard, meaning if you fail, you could land in the pile of rats.
If I really fail, yes.
Yes.
Again, I got a 48 that I gotta beat, so that means just like a 33 or lower.
Yeah.
In order to land in it. All right, I'm willing. I got 1 fate point. I'm taking it. So let's see what we
Okay.
got. No bonus, no detriment to the roll, just a straight agility. Here we go.
This will either be epic or disastrous.
I am using my fate point to re-roll
So
this.
how about that fortune point?
I
Yeah.
am using my fortune point to re-roll this. It is still a failure, but not as bad.
So Shira does the jump, but unfortunately is not as good of an acrobat as she thought she was, and sort of runs, sort of stumbles into Roth a little bit right before the jump, and land. Or hold on, let me move him out of the way for a second. You land here essentially.
That's fine. Am I still able to sprint, so to speak?
Yes, but now you're within their melee range. They
That's-
will attack of opportunity you if you move out of it.
That's fine. So 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming is as far as I can get with the first bit. So go ahead and do the thing.
Yeah.
I also landed in the torch.
Yeah.
If you
Hang on.
want to, if you want to, instead of having them take an attack of opportunity, me get burned, I'm fine with that.
Probably both.
It would be both or neither.
Okay.
Or both or one of them. I'm gonna say you. Okay. What is your toughness?
Not very.
Give me a number.
26.
Okay. Let's just roll like a d5 here. Okay. So you are able you land, you step on the torch, but are able to, and it like catches just a little bit, but you're able to sort of before it does
Yep.
any actual damage.
Yep.
Unfortunately, while you're doing that, one of the rats is able to
Nip it.
one of the rats, actually two of the rats attempt to, and
now-
one of them gets very, very close.
I have a question. If any
Yes.
of them would have attacked me, because I'm sprinting, does that apply any benefit to me?
Yeah, actually, thanks. Well, no, it gives you a penalty.
To melee?
Yes.
Wait,
It
hold on.
gives you-
Sprinting gives you a negative, to being
You're
hit
not defending
in melee?
yourself.
So the run
Oh, that's-
action,
That's dumb. Okay.
the run action makes you harder to hit at range, but easier to hit at melee because you're not actively defending yourself.
That's fair, but that's weird. Okay.
So
okay.
it's -20 to hit you with range and +20 to hit you with melee.
Noted. So
So you
So it
get
went from really close to one of them hitting.
yeah.
So I spend entirely too long padding out my cloak, and it just
one of the rats leaps at you as you and gives you a nasty bite in the sort of the midsection there.
okay.
The hip! The hip!
You receive 6 points of damage.
That is
Before
my
your-
that is my wounds level right now.
Before
What?
your
My
damage.
Do you have any
armor
armor on
is
at all?
3, and my
Okay.
toughness is 2. But toughness is applied to armor automatically, so yeah,
Yes,
I reduced
so
that by
3.
3. So I
So you take 3 points of
3
damage
points
as
of
you get
damage.
bitten by the rat.
3 more points of damage, I'm out.
Yes. Well,
Where's my wounds?
3 points of damage, you're
And-
critical,
and-
which is
yeah.
different.
Yes, right. Okay, so do I have any additional movement? Because sprinting is twice your movement, yes?
Yeah, it's so running is the full run speed listed. So I'm gonna say you get far enough up
15.
into the stairwell to avoid
Christ.
being a target.
Yeah, okay, so I'm like at the stairs now. Noted. Okay, so I have 15 with sprint. I did not know that.
Yeah.
It tells you.
Right, but I didn't like take that into consideration with this, so that's fine. Cool.
Yes.
So I'm fucking gone. If you want to pull me out of turn order briefly and make me reroll when I get back in, I'm fine with that. It's up to you.
No, I'm gonna keep you on the turn order and use it as like a marker when you come back in.
Noted. Okay.
Anyways, so Roth, as you notice that Ashira just leaped over this big pile of rats, you are now getting attacked by the big pile of rats. You're attacked once, twice, thrice. However, due to your exceptional willingness to not get bitten, because oh shit, there's a lot of them, and you're going out of your way to block them, they do not harm you. William, it is your turn.
Yeah, he's just gonna take a shot at whichever one he can see, which I'm guessing is the one right in front of Roth.
So the one right in front of Roth is in melee, so you would get a penalty to hit him. The one
the one
behind him,
behind
yeah, the one behind him is not. So that's fine. Make your attack roll. You get +10 because he aimed.
And then I just type in 10, yeah?
Yeah. That's
Look
a hit.
at that.
Roll your damage.
William, the greatest marksman on the team.
But apparently can't hit criticals.
Sorry to
At the
say.
very least, like, decent damage.
Yes. This one gets hurt. It is taken some damage. You fire your shot through. It goes through the crowd. You see it strikes true and hits the flank of one of these beasties, but it still keeps going. Okay. Rough.
And then
your
use
turn.
my other half action to
Oh,
reload.
sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I was just going to reload with the other half action.
Roth, it's your turn.
He might have stepped out.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. There he is.
So you have to be trained in something to actually use there.
So, no. The basic skills, like the ones in like that first category, you can try them without being trained. You take a penalty to it. The ones under advanced skills, you can't do without being trained. Which is weird that dodge blow is on there. Well,
So
I guess they assume you're just not.
the fire did it like scare them, or they're actively avoiding that, right?
essentially, they're not standing in the area near the fire.
So they are still pretty skittish about things,
It
right?
seems, yeah, that's how it looks. It appears that their hunger and aggression is overriding their fear to a certain extent.
God, I don't think I have anything for that.
I actually did have one question about this, specifically. So, obviously the battle map is like made of stone. I'm guessing that is actually what's there.
Yes,
Okay,
the
so there's a
floor
low
is
chance of shit catching on fire.
correct. The floor is made of is cobblestone.
I apologize, Lance. I just wanted to make sure that you were good to go with that.
I'm mostly gonna try to intimidate them, maybe.
Brock was trying to, by the way, or waiting for you to move back so he could attack
I
them when
mean,
they
as
come
long
in.
Yeah.
as he's still got a half action he can do something with.
I'm trying to intimidate. Well, I guess the question is, can I move and intimidate, or is like doing a skill a full action?
So, using a skill would vary. For intimidating, it would probably be a half action, I'd say. However, if you wanted to move back without them attacking you, you would have to spend your full action to disengage.
And my defense is not up anymore because it's my turn, right?
Correct.
All right.
At least I think.
I think it's at the next turn, and you'd have to perform it again because you did a defensive stance, or was it a parrying stance?
Defensive
defensive
stance
Yeah.
until your next turn. So yes,
Yep.
you're
Okay.
no longer guarding.
Cool. So yeah, I will just move or disengage, I guess, to here.
Yes. If you disengage, you can move up to your half action speed, which I think for you is 3. You don't have to, but you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back here, and then I will. I want to do something with the animal stuff, but I have animal care, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know if that apply to these things. These
Yeah.
rats are not in a mood to be cared for.
We'll just ready my sword.
Wow.
All right. Okay. Brock, your turn.
Aim. Pretty much gonna just ready an action to attack the moment I can.
Okay.
Also, it is 8:30
Hmm.
ish, so
Oh shit.
I wouldn't mind at least going another round and then maybe just saving it for next stuff because we said that we did want to do stuff.
What?
So like the
I
Ruby
wanted to-
stuff and the Alucard stuff.
Well, no,
That
like
was after the
right?
session.
yeah, that was after this. Like I
Well, I'm just saying
Uh,
that this could take like one combat. It did take us quite a bit.
well, yeah, but I'd like
It's
to.
up to you. Yeah.
This is set up like a 5-shot, and we're on session like 4 right now, basically.
I thought we were.
Oh,
3 or 4 or
let's-
something like that. I'd like to. I'd like to be able to make progress. and don't worry, it's not going to be a huge slog on this one. Anyways, Brock. So you said you were aiming and readying.
Yeah. So pretty much. So whenever he can attack, he's got that +10. That's what he's doing. He's not moving.
Ashira, you spend your turn running up the stairs and arrive at the ground floor. There is a lot of food. The rats are now moving into attack again. This one moves into attack towards Brock. Brock, you may make your action. Or attack.
All right. And then I get a 10. Just barely, but I hit.
Alright. That is a hit. Roll your damage.
And this is with my axe.
Okay. The, let's see, that is...
Oh fuck! Where's the bottle opener?
Okay. Brock, you swing your battle axe down into this creature's... Oh, you rolled weapon skill, not the attack, so it didn't figure out where it hit. Into this
my
creature's
bad.
body, let's say. And it is quite hurt. It appears to not be quite as keen on the attack anymore.
I am back. I apologize.
Yeah, I switched. I was in the core stats, not the
Sure.
the weapons. I'll fix
This
that
one?
next time. My bad.
Dives in over here to attack Roth. Okay, it misses. Did not do great. The other one continues its failed attack on Brock. It does not hit. The others are kind of standing back just a little bit. Not quite so sure about this fight so much. William, it's your turn.
All right, so these front two are in combat, I assume. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Are either of the two that are in the back currently? I was looking away. I was trying to find my bottle opener. Are either of the two that are in the back the one that I shot earlier?
Yes. The one all the way back here. Well, the one back here is the one that Ashira shot. The one up front here is the one that you shot.
God. He's a vengeful little fucker when things don't go down, but he's not going to try to risk hitting Roth, so he'll go for the one I guess Ashira shot.
Well, didn't you hit one last turn?
I did. It's fighting Roth right now,
Oh, okay.
and he doesn't want to risk hitting his allies.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So that is 10 because I aim.
Let the meat shields win. Let the meat
you.
shields win.
All right. Please, for the love of God, something decent.
Ho!
Ho ho!
All right.
That is
Diggity dog.
that is good enough of a shot to pin the beast's arm, well, paw, or sort of limb to its chest. It screeches and like paws at its wound for a few seconds before dropping dead.
All right, and that is my turn because I can't do anything else.
All right, Roth, it is your turn.
I will. I guess, aim and swing at the rat attacking Rock.
Okay. If you want to intimidate, that would be a half action, by the way.
Actually, yeah. How does the other rats look? After their buddy just got pretty much impaled.
They are. You would guess. It seems like they're a bit. They're a bit. They're reconsidering with their options. It's still like they still seem like they're probably going to attack you, but they're
Let's
not
try
quite
it.
as not
On
quite
top
as
of that,
enthusiastic.
kind of like just swords like smacking against shield as loud as I can, as just loud noises.
Okay. If you want to spend a full action on that, I'll give you a further bonus. Or you could attack and intimidate as well,
Yeah, I'll try that.
and not get the bonus on either.
I'll take the bonus.
Okay, so it'd be a
So,
full action.
10, I'm guessing,
Yes.
because
Wait, what?
I'm doing it to pretty much everything.
Let's say plus 20, so it cancels out the non-trained penalty,
Oh, that
Uh,
works.
and that makes use of your strength stat.
I will use a fortune thing to, I guess, re-roll it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Mr. All of the Fortune over here.
Fortune
Yeah.
boy. Fortune 500.
There we go.
Look at
Mr.
that.
Worldwide over here. All right. So, Roth, after banging your weapon on your shield, making some noise, generally being kind of scary, and not that appetizing, considering your skin's made of metal, as far as these things can tell, they seem a lot less interested in fighting you. They, granted, you don't know what they'll do until their turn comes up, but they seem very ginger about this whole situation. Brock, it is your turn.
Out of curiosity, is the one in front of Roth, has it been injured yet?
Yes, both of these have been injured.
Okay. Are they... Then I'm just gonna attack and the one directly in front of me, and I'm going to aim and attack.
Okay. Oh man, I forgot to ask. Lance, did you spend your experience points?
Yeah, I put it in. It was like 5 points, right? You add into your main.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I added 5 to strength. I think that's what S is.
Cool. Yes.
Because
that's
that's the
correct.
cap I can have as
Yep.
as a advance. So
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So Brock swings and hits this creature in its furred limb. Roll for damage.
Damage.
All right. The
Oh.
with a powerful swing, you cut the furred leg off of this creature. It recoils backwards and dies squealing.
Passes out from blood loss, then dies of blood loss.
All right, Ashira, you spend pretty much your whole turn gathering up some food stuff.
I'm
from
just
the
grabbing as much like what seems not rotten, but I'm also not really being too picky. Just a lot of food that I can gather. So like not one big hunk, but multiple little things.
Afterwards, you run down the staircase and end up about here.
And that is the entire animated turn.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, continue.
Okay. Rat time. these
The
guys.
rest of you would probably just hear panting. Barely, if you could.
All right.
You mean Roth? Ears panting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
Super Sense Deaf Man.
Nice. Okay.
I just realized he's the opposite of Daredevil. He's not blind, he's deaf.
Christ.
Not even close. Daredevil has stupidly high hearing and other senses.
I'm aware.
Yeah, but
Roth
But he's
does
blind.
not.
You're half
Roth is
deaf.
just deaf.
Mm-hmm.
He's just deaf.
But you got the bonus somehow, so you're the opposite of Daredevil.
this creature right here, this rat that is somewhat damaged, is in kind of a frenzy, and strikes out at Brock with reckless abandon. It, unfortunately for it, misses.
Do any of the rats smell the food?
They're more concerned with what's going on immediately in front of them.
Fair enough.
Considering they just watched 2 of theirs die.
Let's see. I am going to roll a fear check for each one of them. They have bad willpower. And they all fail. Except for this guy.
First.
The rats start to scurry backwards, making sure not to turn away from these terrifying creatures that they've decided to fight. And that is their turn. William, it's your go.
Oh boy. You know what? I am actually going to, since I already reloaded, or no, I will reload and just take aim because I can't do anything else.
You did reload already, I thought.
No,
No, you took aim and fire. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I aimed and fired last turn.
Yeah.
So I'll just take aim and, or reload then take aim.
Okay. Alright. The, Roth, it is your turn then.
So they're kind of like backing up away from me, right?
Mostly, yeah. There's this one right in front of you that, is, still attacking. The rest are running away.
Oh, do we have a way of like looking at it, like, oh, how injured they are or something like that?
You can probably just tell. This one seems pretty bloodied. It's, it looks like it's on its last legs.
Aim and stab.
Okay.
Once I get
Stab, stab, stab.
Stab.
attack. That's a 10, right? Oh no, that'd be a 20. 30 because
So, plus 10 from aiming, plus 20 from outnumbering it 2 to 1.
So it'd be 20, or would it be 30?
30 total.
So no,
total.
sorry, plus 20. I
Oh, 10,
It's
yeah,
only
10
plus
and
10
10.
2 to 1,
I
right?
got you.
yes.
Got it.
Sorry.
Ah,
So close.
Unfortunate.
What is it with us and like the last hostile thing in the encounter?
It's
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
that's why I don't like combat half the time because it's like it takes so long.
Brock, it's your turn.
All right. Done with this. And going to aim and attack again.
Is he tight?
Wow. That's rough.
It's always the last one.
Alright.
And so after as it lunges over at Roth, Brock tries to help and just like I don't know if he slips or whatever, just literally like right over the rat, just completely whiffs.
You can't use fate points on other people.
I don't
Ooh,
think
I do
so.
actually
No.
have a fate point.
No, it is
Disregard.
only
I'm
for
gonna
your
use
own
one.
roll.
I don't know if you guys want to use your fate points now that you're basically gonna win.
Yeah, you also had me
Fair.
coming back next turn, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because remember, you don't get those back at the beginning of the session. You get
You
them back
don't know
at the
your
beginning of the
character's
day.
back. You just know your
That's right.
character.
That's right. That's right. Not wrong. Okay.
Regardless, most of them seem to be running, and there's just this one left.
Alright.
Always the one.
All right. So you're not gonna use your
No,
fortune
no,
point there?
yeah, because I did forget that it's not the session, it's the day.
Yes. Ashura.
So, making my way back in, I would just like to kind of, like, not all of the food, because her mind, it's like there's probably more rats in the dungeon, or in this area that I want to use as bait, quote unquote, so she's going to keep some for her animal traps to bait that. But a chunk of it she is going to just, like, drop onto the floor. Kind of right about here.
Okay.
And that will be the end of my turn. So she gets that far, she does that, that's it.
Okay.
She is a sitting duck, but she hopes that that food is enticing.
Okay.
Have you ever like waved a chicken leg at a tiger when your ass made of meat that's much bigger than that chicken leg?
Much fresher too.
They also like to
it's
hunt.
It's alright.
As scavengers.
This is why the elves don't last long outside their woods.
So lucky for Ashura, these are not tigers; these are rats.
Oh, thank God.
And they are, well, they would
Rodents.
be, well, they do appreciate the, they would appreciate the food. They're currently more concerned with not getting killed. This one, these ones start to sort of run and scurry off into holes burrowed into these walls and nestled hidey holes. This one, however,
definitely glad I kept food.
Actually, now that I'm realizing something, Red Roth would actually hit, because this rat made an all-out attack on its turn, which gives it plus 20 to hit and minus 20 or plus 20 to be hit.
Noted.
Oh, okay.
So that would have been a plus 10, though, because you can only have a maximum of 30, yeah?
Right.
So it technically wouldn't.
What?
Have.
I only had
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, so with the
yes,
additional
but
10...
it would give another plus 20 because of the action it did.
Yeah, so I just have a 10.
I thought the max that you could have was...
At one
30.
time, because its own action gave right, and so then his bonuses are separate
No,
from
it-
its bonuses, right?
Possy's right. It would be all calculated at the same time.
Oh, it is
but
calculated. Interesting.
It would be Roth's, not Brock's. Brock's wouldn't have hit. Roth's would have.
Nope.
Correct. Well, it does that again.
No. No, Roth's wouldn't have hit either, because it would have been a 53.
Anyways,
Sorry, I'm looking at a lot of yellow numbers.
yeah, it attempts to attack Brock this time with the same reckless abandon. Unfortunately for it, it is not very good in combat. William, it's your turn.
Alright, hang on, I got a plate in the way of my mouse. Alright. I will just gonna attack. I'm aiming. Plus 10. It's the last one every time.
Okay.
I'll throw.
Roth, it's your turn.
Yeah, give me a second. Sorry, combat that draws out too long bores me to death.
Sure.
Aim, which is, well, just
Yeah,
another 20.
it just becomes routine. Miss.
Fucking Christ. Can I just use my fucking last point stop? Fucking kill the damn thing. Is that nothing we can do with points?
The fight's basically over. I'm just gonna say you kill it.
Thank you.
This creature after, and I actually know after several attacks towards Brock and Roth, and the group's collective inability to attack it. It kind of, at some point, just stops, and then vomits up a bit of blood and falls over. It appears to have died without
Okay.
your input.
Yeah, Roth was too busy trying not to have the damn thing come into the room and go after William to even try to swing at it. Like a fly swatter with a shield.
Ashira's going over and picking up some food, and she is also drinking a fucking health potion.
Combat is over. You heal 4 wounds from that health potion.
I no longer have this health potion. That is unchecked and deleted from my inventory.
With that, by the way, so Roth, you're still down some health, yeah?
Yeah, he's down to 9.
Okay, William's actually going to give you, as soon as I figure out where the hell it is. There it is. He's going to give you his healing drop.
Wait, what's this? Kind of looks at it.
You eat it, and it heals you.
It's a potion.
Oh, it's a potion. You drink it, and it heals you. My bad.
You sure you don't need this?
You might after saying that you eat a drink. And you
pretty
here,
crunchy.
eat this.
When I saw Draw, I'm like, I don't know, food. Regardless,
No, it's just funny.
he just kind of holds up his hands like, look, I'm always the one that's behind you guys, and far away from the danger. I'm basically a coward over here. You just take it. Just take it.
Not a coward, friend. Just different mindsets. Many people can take pain, others cannot. But thank you.
Not a problem.
And how much does that heal me, I guess?
That is
That would
4.
heal you for 4, so that'd put you up to your maximum.
Nice.
Yep.
I am still looking pretty hurt, but I don't care. That was a victory in Ashira's eyes.
Okay.
Even though she did practically fucking nothing for it.
I was gonna say that's actually why William never gave her the healing potion.
Even though she could probably use it more.
He's a little pissed.
Yep. And she's
So-
just gonna pick up her food.
Anyways, so combat is over.
Brock is gonna walk out after the rat dies. Well, if it isn't Ashira, come to join us. Thankfully you walked in. Your visage scared the rats away.
I do think they actually just realized in a matter of kindness and decided not to deal with us.
Or the fact as in that we managed to kill 2 of them and they weren't looking for a fight, just food. Which
Exactly.
I was gonna compliment you, but you had a snarky.
Brock is gonna look, and so the only other 2 doors are those 2 doors by that dead rat.
No, actually. So there's the 2 over here.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure you spotted one further to the south as well.
Okay.
The sort of room-ish that you're in appears to be some kind of larder. Has a bunch of area for storage, some stuff for cooking. Most of it, however, seems to be rotten away or picked clean.
All right then. Well,
This. Sorry. You also notice this skeleton on the ground here, also picked clean. Its bones have been gnawed quite substantially, and its clothes have been completely tattered. It is holding a sword and a dagger.
Similar to the ones that I have.
Similar, but they're covered in cobwebs, so it's hard to tell. They're hard to compare their quality.
Ashira is literally just bending down like one right next to the other and comparing which one will sell more for the market.
So,
Brock's just gonna go to that door and eventually try to open it.
sure, yeah, I will do that as soon as I finish explaining to Ishira. So, Ashira, you take a close look at this weapon. You can tell these are actually seem to be better quality than the weapons you just got. This is a sword and dagger of best quality.
Noted. I take them.
So best quality, in addition to having the weight reduction that good quality has, it is of such good make that it gives you +5 to hit with that weapon.
Noted. Yeah, I'm definitely taking them.
Okay.
So those are now in my inventory. I actually swapped them out for the other ones.
Okay.
And then my dagger also. Basically, that dagger becomes my dagger. In theory, basically. And then the sword I'm just keeping on myself.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody else sees Ashira sort of bristle off this very nice-looking sword and attaching it to her waist. Brock, in the meantime, opens this door, which I will go over here for. Sees this room.
I'm just gonna step in and look around.
Rather drab, actually. It has appears to be a sort of wine cellar of some kind. There's a few different bits of a few different kinds of alcohol. Lots of it's smashed, but some of it appears to be intact. As to whether it's held up over the years, you can't say.
Is there anything that would reminisce of being of dwarven make?
Roll a perception. Actually, this would be search? Search or perception, let's say.
Let's see here. I'm trained in perception. Let's try that one. Any modifiers or no?
It's relatively simple, and you are a dwarf. So let's say, hold on, let me get anything inherently. Your +10 from dwarfcraft applies, and then another +10 because of the ease of the test.
Okay, sweet. Modifier +20. Boom.
Okay. So Brock, as you walk into this this cellar, and you start looking around, you see a keg of dwarven ale. It is sort of knocked over. It looks like a bit of it's sort of spilled onto the floor, but inside, it's cupped in such a way that it can, it's still holding some of it. And as you are searching, you do notice near this wall, some of it sort of flowed under the cobblestone where the wall should go. There's if you look more closely, you can see that there is sort of a seam between the floor and the wall.
Can I I guess I'm thinking, I guess, could I use dwarf craft to attempt to, like, find, like, a secret door or anything like that?
You could, try searching for that. You could, perception probably, and then get another, +10 from dwarfcraft.
Got it. Oh, dang it.
So you're fairly certain there's a hidden door, that there's some sort of hidden passage, but you can't quite figure out how to get it to open.
Hey everyone, I think I found a secret door down here.
I would also like to ask, is the longsword, is the sword that I picked up of great make the same as Roth's longsword, or is it a short sword?
It is a longsword.
Noted.
Well, It's a hand weapon, so it's essentially the same same weapon class, but it is.
So, Ashira comes back. She has her hand on the hilt of the sword and just looks at Roth. Look,
You
I'm sorry.
see, I would say you see him pretty much have the gauntlet and a few pieces off of his arm as he's currently wrapping the wound of the bite.
Look, sorry, I figured we could at least get away with that without dealing a sizable blow to the ecosystem. They
Over the
just trying
shoulder
to survive.
gesture, just like, you know why I got offended about being called a tool?
I didn't mean it in that way. I meant that you have your specialties and we have ours. And I wish to assist you in continuing to better your specialties. And she's going to pull out the longsword. Just kind of give it to you.
William, not William. Well, I guess Roth and William. The sword that Ashira is holding appears to be of impeccable quality. It's a bit.
Sort of wiggled into the guy and saw it was worth something.
Kind of grab it with the gauntlet, like as a gauntlet,
Mhm.
kind of like flatten it out, kind of just do the test of just like how good of a blade it is. Just like
It balances. It's a bit light for your taste, but it does balance incredibly well. Actually, no, it's about the same weight as your sword. It's just balanced in such a way you don't feel the weight as much. It is weighted a bit more towards the hilt than you're used to, but if you give it a few swings, you can tell this thing. It feels like it's incredibly easy to use. You imagine you'd be able to get some more precise attacks in with this weapon, or at least hit more reliably.
As you're also examining the blade, she's going to pull out the dagger as well. Just kind of like holding it at the hilt, flip it over to the blade. Look at it one last time. You see there's like just something that she's like, should I really do this? But nonetheless, she walks past and presents that one to William.
The dagger, in addition to it being weighted similarly and having similar properties, looks like it's made with the same sort of style as the sword, almost like that they're two weapons as part of a set.
He'll take it. I gotta get this fucking cat off me. Get off. Stop. No, get.
Well, I could use this in the market to get some decent coin to find my brother. I do apologize.
He's going to take the dagger, then take his two daggers that he had from beforehand and place those in her hand. Just don't run off again. Okay? Please?
She nods.
you do, like, on Ashira, do you have any like open pockets or anything like that?
Open what?
Open
Pockets?
pockets.
I mean, I have like a cloak that has probably like, you know, an internal stitched like pouch that you just kind of like.
Oh, you have a
opens her
cloak, so you have like a. Is your
Yeah.
hood on or is it off?
Yeah, it's kind of just up. It's clearly showing the majority of her face. It doesn't like pull super far forward.
Kind of resting on her head. I
Okay,
guess.
so, yeah, so it's not there. Kind of just like, I guess Roth would get up and you just feel like kind of a heavy hand on your head, but you notice something that there's like, it wasn't just his palm, and if you lean your head forward, you see a gold pin drop down.
Ooh, gold piece.
That's all I can offer right now. I have not been paid for my services for my job. Kind of motions towards town in a way. But I can definitely pay more for this, finding me this nice sword.
She genuinely looks touched.
But he kind of like leans forward at that. You need to be more careful. Kind of gesturing towards the wounds that you've collected from your fight upstairs, and he places a pretty much a bandage wrapping your wounds.
I'm used to being alone. I'm used to not having brash decisions made without my understanding of where things are. Not to say that my decisions aren't, just...
We all are specialized in our own fields. Both me and Brock. We don't mind a skirmish. We're built for it.
Yeah. Thank
You
you.
two are built for your amazing marksmanship. And do not be afraid to have to use it more often or flee.
There's-
I imagine Brock is trying to open this door now.
well, we would also hear what he said and, at this instance, I think, after his,
Yeah, because he kind of like walks out,
looking-
yells,
Yeah,
and then he
and
just kind of
goes over to
immediately
the next
turns
one.
left.
So Ashira just kind of turns her head. Well, we should probably stop the dwarf from killing himself.
He'll be fine. But do go see if he needs help. I will search this room in the meantime. See if there's anything helpful.
She nods, almost at attention, in a weird way, and just kind of merrily skips over to Brock.
Do you want me to stay here and cover you, or do you want me with them? It's up to you.
Go with them.
All
If
right.
anything happens, he pulls out his gun. You'll know something happened.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. He says as he just starts heading out.
And I will reload my flintlock.
All right.
Upon passing, by the way, the storeroom of ale, Ashira rolls her eyes, and, like a dwarf with his ale, of course.
Oh, I'm stuck in the door. Get around.
I know you gotta go
There
up.
we go.
You gotta go up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that could happen.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Dynamic lighting
specifically
worlds,
because
it's kind of cool. There's walls.
so the with the dynamic lighting, the way it works is
Yeah.
whenever there's a doorway, I have to put like sort of like side walls like on the door frame so that
I
you can't
figured
see
as
through
soon
the
as I-
crack between them.
I figured as soon as I got stuck, that's what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, I wasn't
Oh.
expecting that.
That's funny. I didn't
Lion,
need it.
just really briefly, this is something that I learned. Oh shit, sorry. Fuck. Oh please, apologies. A little bit of Roll20 know-how here. So if you do the wall like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go in with a separate color and you do
Ow.
that.
Ah.
It is significantly fucking easier to pick that off and place it back for opening and closing doors.
Sure.
It's just something
However,
I learned.
that does make it a little bit more difficult to see that there's a door there for the players.
Not necessarily, because if you do it in such a way to, like, convex it, actually, it can show more of the door. But I'm also, you know, more used to a little bit of thicker walls on my maps, so that's me.
Yeah.
This is what I...
Regardless.
Yeah.
So Brock, the room that you just entered appears like it used to be some kind of library, you imagine? However, it is almost completely overgrown with cave moss. There's some water that's seeped in, ruining most of the books here. And just the odd root from nearby, you imagine trees coming in from the walls. There appears to be the bookshelves to the south that are, well, the books are ruined, the shelves are alright, it looks like.
He's gonna hear Ashira. Ashira, There appears to be some sort of secret door in the back. Here, come follow me. He's gonna point to the wall and show that some of the spilled ale went under the wall and be like, but I can't find how to open it.
May I attempt?
Please do.
Okay. I am trained in following a trail. I'm also trained in navigation.
So-
Ironically, both of those are worse than my perception.
Right.
Actually,
So-
no, sorry. They are equivalent to my perception, so if any of them would
So,
give a benefit.
well, do perception with your bonus for vision,
Perception with my bonus... Oh, right, hurted her.
because you have excellent vision.
Yes. So plus 10, so perception plus 10. Noted. There we go. Wow, I am rolling like shit. Immediately, like, she goes and gets a little lower and just snorts up a bit of the ale.
Behind Aishira, it appears that Brock is kind of like picking up the keg and trying to get like a good swallow.
Oh,
My
that's
fucking
so
companion is getting
awesome.
fucking drunk.
How do you stomach this?
All right, William's turn. He's gonna try to see if he can open this fucking thing.
She is, like, leaned over on a keg, like, near gagging.
So on a
Do I
scale of
get a bonus?
I don't think so.
I don't think I do.
William,
What
no.
was mine? Mine is
No, I didn't think
specifically
so.
called Excellent Vision.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if I had anything, but yeah, I was pretty sure I didn't.
So on a scale of 1 to Bugman,
Are you
what kind of-
shitting me?
What kind of ale is this?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Oh,
So, real quick, the ale is passable. It seems to have not been completely soured by its time spent in these crappy conditions. However, it probably wasn't the best ale in the first place.
Got
Average for like cheap dwarven ale.
Yeah.
So William, I'm going to say, because you have two friends also looking for it, you do eventually find you find like the sort of where the gears for this particular wall would potentially control it, and then you sort of follow those, and eventually, with the others' help, find a stone that, once pushed in, makes a
At that, by the way, you hear, oh,
Crushing
well, it's
noise.
not natural. That's why I couldn't find the damn thing.
as the wall moves to the side, revealing a
is-
secret room.
As soon as as soon as the door opens, he just goes,
Yeah.
Roth, door's open.
Did he even know about
Roth
this?
might be drunk.
Aishira goes over. They found a secret room.
And
Please.
in that time, what have I all found?
So you were searching this room?
Yeah.
Right. Roll. Hold on. Let me see what you got there. Roll for your perception with, let's say, a plus 10.
Alright, because yeah, hearing doesn't go into this.
Yeah.
I do have search as well.
You can also do that at plus 10.
Yeah, so it'd be the same.
You know what? Because it's actually the correct skill for it, do search with plus 20. And I'm gonna let you roll the searching because you're spending a lot of time in this room as well. So
These rolls tonight.
kind of
I will. Okay. I will happily forego more time spent just to guarantee doing this.
So you don't find much of actual use in this in this cellar room here. However, you do unfortunately find under the beds or this bed over here, are a pair of skeletons.
Well, as much as it seems possibly bad, we'll drag them out as quickly as possible. Start looking at least the height of the skeletons.
I'm assuming Ashira comes back at this point.
At a vague guess, you would imagine young adult age.
So not what we look. So we believe, because the kid we were looking for is much smaller, right?
Yes. Not to mention, she was also captured recently.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a skeleton unless, like, vaporized.
Well, also rats.
Rats. That's what his worried
It'd
was.
probably be a moist skeleton.
Yeah, that's let's skip that, please.
Any
But-
bits of flesh that would be left behind by the rats would be still fresh. These look like they've been here for a long time.
Not only that, these rats would not be as hungry as they were.
They appear to have cobwebs on them. The skeletons, I mean.
And that's it. Just find those underneath.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
There's not much
So
in
you
this
see,
room.
you do come back and you see like Roth kind of like looking at these skeletons and just you can tell he's eyeballing them, just trying to do height.
Well, they found a secret door.
Hopefully that's
nestled
where-
in the stone wall. It didn't appear to at first glance, though I came to get you as soon as it was going up.
So, Brock,
I would like to search the secret room.
So, this appears to be another, well, kind of a panic room, you imagine, as well as like a room full of potentially less appealing kinds of books. There's a few scrolls and such about magic, necromancy. Not so much how-to manuals as just like general knowledge that the Empire kind of frowns upon. As well as some hastily scrawled symbols written in what you imagine to be blood. The skeleton that is lying here has what appears to be a pistol in its hand, and the back of its skull is blown off.
I'll leave it to members of the Empire taking the coward's way out. He's gonna
You say
reach down-
something.
Do you come back up behind him when this happens?
Yeah.
Roth enters the room with his exceptional hearing.
Deaf
Yes.
man hearing.
I said the Empire's lucky that the dwarves gave you black powder.
You're lucky that we know how to use them better than dwarves.
You're funny. You're a funny lad. While he laughs, he's gonna bend over and pick up the pistol, and just I would like to, see what quality it is.
The skeleton maintains the grip on the pistol. It's not like alive or anything, but it's kind of harder than you expected to take the hand off the gun.
Then he's going to
Death grip.
so he's
Yeah,
pretty much
rigor
just
mortis
like,
is a hell of a
and then just yank it pretty forcefully out of the hand.
Roll a strength check with plus 30.
Okay.
Is there a chance of him shooting himself?
The gun appears to be empty.
I would think the gun is empty.
Yeah.
I don't
I have-
know how it
I have a
did
small-
reloaded,
I
but-
don't
I have a
think
small
he needed to
inkling
roll with a
that-
74.
So Brock,
Wow.
without a huge amount of effort, you are able to grab the wrist of the skeleton, pull the gun out of its hand, and the bones of its hands just sort of fall apart and fall onto the floor. By the way, if he failed that check, he would have pulled the skeleton onto himself. Anyways, so you now gain one, or you now gain a single empty pistol of common quality.
Okay.
You also spy that in a sort of mostly tattered leather pouch at the skeleton's hip, there appears to be something inside.
going to kind of reach down and grab it as well, and kind of look inside the bag.
You see a bag that contains 5 gun or firearm shots and enough powder for those 5 shots.
Roth, you'll have better use for these than I do. He's gonna go ahead and offer this ammunition and gun over.
Thank you very much. All else, we could sell it for some money back. Firearms are very expensive in the town, very hard to find, so sell a good price to that merchant.
Sounds wonderful.
I sure nobody has noticed this door
Is there
down
anything
here.
else in the room that I see aside from the skeleton?
So aside from the skeleton, there are the there's a bunch of there's a lot more. I don't know if Brock saw it before. There's a lot more of the that hastily scrawled like 8-pointed star figure written on the walls in what seems to be very dried blood.
Mm-hmm.
There are also various tomes and scrolls on some forbidden subjects such as dark magics, necromancy, and the something about the gods of chaos.
Cultists. What is it with your people and experimenting with dark magic, or magic in general?
Hey, don't look at me. I don't mess with any of that voodoo stuff.
You fucking.
You said there were books in there, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, William's gonna run in and grab a couple.
I think
Okay.
magic is old art. That should be used to be study things, honestly.
Are you trying to
Way
be
to
stealthy?
fight.
About it.
You know what?
It-
Hang on, I want to see if I actually am even trained in stealth before I answer that question. I don't think I am. No, so I'm not even gonna try.
Brock at this point is outside of the room, so you might actually be able to pass the check. Roth, I don't imagine is looking in your direction, but he might be able to hear you doing something.
Would that be? Would I have to use silent move for that, or is there actual just stealth?
Silent move, probably, I'd say.
Right. Do I get any plus to this?
They would get penalties for their perception.
Okay, so they get penalties. Got it.
This would be an opposed check.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have hearing. Ah!
What is my penalty?
So, Brock, you would get a, let's say, minus 10. And Roth, you would also get
add.
minus 10.
Yeah, I
But
just
you would
don't
also add your hearing bonus.
Yeah, so I would. It pretty much just be.
Cancel out, yeah.
Okay, so with technically it's my roll plus 10, because I'm assuming the test result is what we're adding that 10 to, right?
No. The target number is what
okay.
the thing
Got
is
it.
there.
Yeah, so I
Which
failed.
is changed.
That's good, because if Brock saw you grabbing those, because he knows it's dark magic stuff, he literally would have been like, no.
So, if Roth would like to roll perception with the
Yeah, because I
penalty
do
there.
want you to roll stealth pretty much in order of how quietly you dig into things.
He did roll. He didn't roll well, but you could roll worse.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I did. I got a 64. So my hope is to beat that. Oh no!
Roth hears behind him after Brock left. There is shuffling in the room, as well as the sound of parchment on wood.
I will peek in, just like, you messing with that dark art crap? Or he would say crap. The dark art stuff?
Just looks over to you. Okay, look, I know this looks bad, but look, I owe some debts. This might have a little bit of monetary value.
Listen,
Just let
the
me-
Empire may despise that, as much as my beliefs also despise it. You don't seem like the one to be like the ones I've killed in the past.
Literally just planning on selling this.
And that is all you're using it for.
I don't know magic.
That's how most of them start.
I have no interest, believe me.
I believe that.
Ah, you three. Found the door.
And
Okay.
there's
Yeah,
another
with that,
door.
just
So real quick before we put a cap on that bit, William, you because this does matter, there are a few different books and tomes on the shelves. I'm gonna say the Winds of Death and You. There is there is a beginner's guide to chaos worship and the dark gods. And
blood sacrifice for dummies.
yeah, no, sure. Blood sacrifice for dummies.
What 2 books are
Which
you taking?
one do you grab, or which ones do you grab? I guess.
Those
I-
are great titles.
Oh, also the skittering below.
This, all right. So, I suppose I would. Okay, do they all look pretty fucking blatantly obvious, or do a couple of them look at least like, at a glance, they could just pass by as a regular book?
For the large part, they all look pretty normal. As books go, well, some of them are they're bound in different kind of leathers, but nothing's like bound in like human skin or anything like that.
As long as they're inconspicuous, he is going to, and also not giving off a weird vibe, he's going to grab all of them.
So as soon as you grab the one saying, you grab all the normal ones, right? Or most of them, anyways, without issue. As soon as you grab the one that says the dark, or was the beginner's guide to the chaos worship and the dark
Yeah.
gods?
Yep.
You, in your mind, hear a flash of strange, of like a roar almost. Roll a willpower test, and this is a test against chaos. So you roll, you get plus 10 to your roll.
I just
Now,
need to find where
when this-
willpower is.
When this stuff
Of
happens,
course,
it's not
that's
like
top left.
Okay.
it's not like
A little
WP.
A little also bit of metagaming. He gets a plus 10 to chaos.
He gets plus 10 to resist chaos.
Okay.
Magic and chaos. That's a halfling racial thing.
Okay.
Okay, so core stats, you said...
Willpower.
WP.
WP, yeah. Plus 10.
Oh, there it is. Holy shit, okay.
Hot damn. Alright. So, so William, you don't really believe in that kind of chaos stuff, honestly. You just sort of look around as if, like, what's going on?
I was
And
actually gonna
barely
say-
notice.
I was actually going to say the second that he heard anything, it would have just been, oh, fuck that! He would just leave it.
Put it back?
Yeah, he's just like, nope, 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 nope.
Alright. So, you are able to keep your wits about you. And I imagine you are not electing to listen in on the voices.
God, no.
Yeah.
This guy was scared of those rats because they were just as big as he was. He's a little superstitious as well. He's not. He's like, nope, nope, get out of my head. Fuck off. Nope, not happening.
Alright.
Doesn't exist.
You are able to avoid you are able to avoid any kind of you're able to get past this without any issue. You collect the rest of the books and put them in your bag.
I was gonna say, yeah, he doesn't sprint, but he fast walks out.
Yep.
Phases through a
Okay.
fucking wall. On my end, it looked like you did.
Oh no, I walked all the way around.
Going all around, yeah. Okay. So, this appears to be the last unexplored door in this area.
I was about to say, Aishira's like got her hand on the handle, but she's waiting. Like she's like leaning up against the back of the door. While they were doing that, she was like trying to listen in on the other side. If that's possible, if you're okay with that.
Sure. Roll perception.
This is not involving vision, so just flat perception. Let's go. Woo!
So out of combat we got.
Out of combat, we're fine. We're the Explorer Power.
Oh, it seems. Okay. Ashira is you put your long angled ear across the door, and listen for any kind of issue that might be there. There, you can tell, there's a little bit of that skittering that Roth probably heard earlier, like the and mumbling, as if, but it's a little bit louder, as if you're closer to it. In addition, you can hear a sort of sound, like a very, very quiet creaking. You're not certain as to what that would be, but it sounds like something's groaning, like some machine or something.
Okay. So, with her hand on the door, and she's like leaning up against it, and she goes, 3 things. 1, wooden rocking chair. 2, whispers. 3, skitters.
Well,
If
Any
you wanted me to
preparation
go
we
through the door
need.
first, Elf, all you had to do was ask.
Any preparations needed, I suggest we make it now before we throw open this door.
Roth will actually like pull out both of the guns because I don't think I have a penalty to dual wielding if I just fire one separate, like each separately, right?
I don't think so.
I'll just pull both of them as like, how about I initiate it and then we swap.
You are still only able to do 1 attack action per turn.
Unless he's dual wielding.
So,
There are a few rules for 2-weapon fighting, which does actually apply to if you have a hand weapon and a shield. If you want to
required to
shield.
My shield is on my back as a. Yeah.
This is just for general knowledge.
Okay.
So you would have to take a full round action to do a swift attack. So basically, you have to spend your entire action attacking.
Okay. Yep.
You pick a weapon to be in your primary hand and a weapon in your offhand, and the attack in your primary hand doesn't take a penalty. The attack from your offhand does. It takes a -20 weapon skill penalty to hit. And you can. Oh shit! Yeah. You can parry as a free action once per round, instead of a reaction. So it doesn't eat your reaction.
So
I can parry twice at least.
So
One.
No,
as
you
a free action
can-
and one as a free action.
You can still only parry once in a round, but you could do something like parry and then hit somebody as they're running away. Or if you had the dodge below skill, you could try to parry and then dodge something else.
got it.
Even if the parry is against separate targets.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Anyway,
before we do things, she's like gonna like look at the door. She goes, "I need 2 to draw my bow. He needs 2 to wield thing. You need 2 in order to use your massive encumbrant weapon." Looks over at William.
William's actually gonna walk over, take the dagger out, and put the, mind you, loaded crossbow on his back.
All right.
I could just kick it in.
I think a subtler approach would be better. They don't appear to be aware of our presence.
If they didn't hear the gunshots earlier, that's gonna be very shocking.
Well, I mean, you are slightly deaf.
Sorry, speak louder.
She leans over to his other ear. You are slightly deaf.
You see him like lean even closer to you. Is like, I was being sarcastic.
I know. She takes a step aside.
William, being tired of this, is just gonna go over and open the door.
Yep. Ishira has her bow knocked ready, and it's at half draw.
okay.
She's ready to just let loose on anything if it looks hostile.
So William opens the door. Is
Time
everybody
for William to
shotgun?
not be a coward.
is everybody standing where they are in universe?
I would have to say
Yes.
yes for me.
Yeah. pretty
Yeah.
much, I share like Brock was about to step forward, and then William just walks right in front of him to the door.
Okay. All right. So, William, you open the door. You don't immediately see anything. And then a large, sort of wooden log starts swinging directly towards your head.
Oh no.
Make an agility test. Oh wait, so you can roll either agility, dodge blow if you had it, or you
I
can
have dodge
attempt,
blow.
or you could attempt to parry at a -10.
I will dodge blow.
Because
Question.
you are physically short, you get +20 to this roll.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I have a question. Because this is swinging out. If it swings out far enough, will it hit Ashira? Because
Is it gonna go through the door? I didn't even think of that.
You can't tell at the moment. It's going at you. You don't have time to think about that, or you don't have time to check that.
Is there a way that I can just try to like stop it dead with my own like?
I'm gonna
My
say
own-
you could. I'm gonna say you
Is
could. That'll be a parry attempt. And you would try to parry at a -10, and that would stop the log.
Okay.
However, William is the person that opened the door, so he also has to roll regardless.
Oh,
Yeah.
lordy Lou.
'Cause-
Okay.
So William, luckily this thing is not at a. It would hit a human right in the chest. It was going at your head, but you're able to just shit and duck down.
You just hear,
And duck down and do a quick roll into the room, and it swings, it soars harmlessly over you.
so I'm in the room now.
Roth, meanwhile, is a fucking god. Oh my god!
So I just want to put this as you duck underneath it. Roth notices that you are doing the ducking, and will just drop both the guns and just full on grab it and just stop it dead. Just like circle grasp as he knew it was gonna go straight for.
As soon as we're out of combat,
Holy.
Just fucking
good roll
lineman,
after good roll. What the fuck?
this fucking lineman block right here.
Yeah, seriously, like.
After Roth braces and just puts himself right in front of this log, is able to just completely stop its momentum and only really only get the wind knocked out of him without receiving any actual damage.
I do want to point
Oh,
out,
boy, Roth.
you,
that
like-
was awesome.
after you catch this, you probably instinctively look back at Ashira. She is not shaking, but the arrow is no longer in her bow. She has fired it into the ceiling.
Yeah. Now that it's lost all of its momentum, the log is just sort of hanging from the ceiling. It is no longer a threat, it seems.
Okay.
Roth
Well,
kind of just clanging of gauntlets being pushed together as he's wiping his hands. As,
They're-
picks up the gun.
fully aware of us being here now.
Brock is like trying to help William up. It's like, you okay there?
Goes back, grabs and knocks another arrow. I have lost entirely too many arrows. Because I'm not gonna grab the ones that were in the rats.
Yeah, didn't you start with like 60?
Yeah, I did. So
You started with
I have
double what
I
have.
have 53 left.
But William just kind of gets up, rushes himself off. He's like, I love being a halfling. Nobody ever expects a fucking halfling to just when they make these traps, they just don't.
Well, you don't generally travel too far away from the moot, do you?
Ashira is frozen. Her legs are not moving, by the way. Like she's readied an arrow and is like looking at the floor, looking ahead.
See Roth holding, like pushing the log to the side, like having.
I was gonna say, yeah. William just comes over, grabs her, and then just kind of starts slowly walking with her
Yeah,
back to the group.
she kind of breaks from her stun, or from her stumbling stun, and follows after.
So Brock is just kind of gonna go go to the corner, and he's gonna kind of have his shield just ready, but he's not like overly bracing himself, just having it in front of him.
So Lion, after this, I do want to throw in some character backstory for you because I think it could be interesting. This is something I had at the beginning of the session, which may have altered my choices here, but that's fine.
Okay, sure, go for it.
I don't know. I like character backstory. It's fun.
Roth will peek around the corner, kind of just behind Rock.
And she is keeping range. She's also looking behind.
Is it a dead end?
It appears to be another door.
Here, let me listen in.
Yeah.
I will kind of squeeze up. Oh, I can move both of those. Squeeze in next to here, and I will put my ear to the door.
All right. Roll perception with your bonus for good hearing.
I
Quote
like to
unquote
imagine-
good hearing.
I like to imagine, by the way, like while this is happening, you've got William like still kind of dragging Ashira
You
by
put
the hand.
your right
It looks
ear to
more
the
like,
door.
but it looks more like a child that's like unwillingly pulling his mother.
I think I hear a kid in there.
So-
I like to think, by the way, that Roth has like a noise canceling earbud in, and the other one is a hearing aid, and he didn't know which one was which in the morning.
The God. So, Roth, you just not enough. You have trouble hearing anything in particular. You're still a bit rattled by that trap that you were able to stop. But
Yeah. Anyone with a high enough, or anyone trained in perception will see that his hands are shaking. It, or at least like that shock wave, kind of all that force going into him was enough to get him a little shaken. So he's trying to like stop that.
Yeah, Ashira is also shaken. She's not even attempting this.
All right, get ready. I'm about to open the door. And once everyone is kind of ready, I'll open the door.
okay.
She half-masts an arrow.
I was gonna say just before that, fucking William, I almost forgot his name. Gives her hand like a reassuring squeeze before he lets go and takes out his crossbow and aims at the door.
All right. So who opens the door?
I do.
Brock does. Okay. Right. Okay. So, Brock, you open the door, and then suddenly you hear, "Get them!" as-
Those are scary.
Kind of dumbfounded. Brock is at first Skaven.
So
They were ready. We
The-
were ready. Finish.
yes. So, Roth and Brock each have 2 sling stones flung at them.
I will just parry.
You can't parry a range attack, but they do get a
Aw.
penalty to hit because of your shield.
I don't have a shield.
Oh right, yeah, you're
He's
using
got 2
yeah.
pistols right now.
Yeah.
They
I have one as I found one on the ground and grabbed
they
it.
they rolled really bad anyways, so it doesn't
I was
really
saying,
matter.
it covers the system. This I am technically behind a little bit of cover of the door, following grid lines.
They missed.
Regardless.
They appear to have upended some tables to use as
I like
cover.
I like to think that they just go over Brock's head. He just like looks back and looks over. He's like, "I'm down here."
Brock, do you have a shield?
Yes, I am wielding a shield.
Okay. They fling a few rocks at Brock, and they also miss. It seems like these Skaven slaves aren't very well trained. All right. Roth, if you could roll initiative as well.
But they're so nice.
Done lickers, all of you.
Also, is this where we're gonna end it because it is 9:30?
I'm gonna say after this combat, which shouldn't take too long.
They're Skaven slaves. I'll mop the floor with them.
Dice roll. Do not. We do not speak for dice rolls. Whatever the fuck it literally took us 3 turns to kill a fucking beast. Before the team was just like dead, fucking dead.
It's fine.
God, my
You're
initiative
fine.
rolls. Christ.
Okay. Yeah.
s-
Let's do sending, and that appears to be the order. Ashira, you get to go first.
So, William, as you give the reassuring squeeze, she gives like a soft smile and just kind of looks down at you because you're shorter than she is, like quite a lot. And then the door flies open. Get him! Oh, Jesus! Fully aims the shot and fires. She's going for the one on the right here. Weapon, longbow, attack. I'm aiming, so that's a +10.
Yep.
Do I get any additional modifiers for this or no? Or detriments as well,
no.
because they're using cover.
So the way that cover works is that you basically the cover is enough to protect their legs. So if you roll a leg hit location, you would hit the cover instead of them.
Oh, that's fucky. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
I was gonna say, I kind of like that.
Which one were you going to hit,
Right side.
or were you aiming at?
Back
This
right.
guy? All
Far
right.
back right, yeah.
So-
She's not aiming for the 2 off to the very side because she knows that's going to be harder for her to hit.
Okay, that's a hit in his right arm. Roll the damage.
Right, I forgot damage. Damage is a thing.
Roll.
Ah!
What a shame.
It is armor piercing. Hopefully these things don't have a whole lot of resistance.
They are literally naked. Armor piercing isn't going to help much.
Noted.
The best armor they got is loincloths.
Oh, lovely. So we get to see their done-licking hides and everything that they are.
This one is, it's right about to load another sling stone and starts to wind up again before it gets shot, before the sling gets like shot out of its hand with your arrow.
Cool.
It does not take much damage,
Yes.
just its hand's bleeding a little bit,
Sad face.
but there's that.
There goes
William.
another arrow.
It's your turn.
Alright. So, take aim, fire. I almost forgot to put the +10.
Get in the head. Who are you shooting at?
The one next to... I don't know how to designate, but the one next to the one that Ashira shot.
So that's this one
No,
here.
No, the other one.
This one.
That
To
one.
the left
Across
side.
the left side. That one.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. So it's a hit to the head. Roll your damage.
Oof!
Alright.
That sliced right through the Skaven's ear and went right and hit a bit of its face as well. It is quite unhappy about that.
Though he will immediately look at Ashira and just say, they think cover's gonna help. Adorable.
Roth, it is your turn.
Bang bang.
So who are you banging?
Oh god. Do the two that are on the like closest ends there. The ones that we like the two that we
Yeah.
just did. One in left,
These
one in
guys.
right. Yeah.
So can I target these separately or one?
If you want, you just have to say which hand is shooting which one of them. Because your
Gotcha.
dominant hand gets no penalty. Your offhand gets the -20.
Let me do offhand pistol because I forgot to add that.
Mhm.
It's the same. It's the same.
It's
Everything?
the same everything, just -20.
Where do I add the -20?
Just in the modifiers.
just-
When you're doing the shot.
Don't want to fully rules lawyer, but did you load the pistol?
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
Save
I loaded it when we got to the first door.
Okay.
I
I've-
did say that it wouldn't.
Yeah,
open
that was
until
my
we were
prep.
ready.
Yeah, that's my prep.
Regardless, even if he doesn't say it, I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
that all load weapons get loaded between
That's my
combats.
That's
main, and this is my minus. I'll just do this and -20. I don't know if that goes through.
Hey! Holy
That
shit!
is
Holy
awesome.
shit, you legend!
All right, which one
target
was?
of 17.
It's a minus 20. You know what? The first one.
That's great.
Let's just use my last.
First one's a warm up.
He's
Which
using,
one?
He's using a fake
used-
point on the first one.
Fuck it. All right.
See how it goes. Okay.
Hit left arm. Okay. So
Bang, bang.
Roth is doing some damage here.
Yeah.
Hey, hot damn.
So 5 for the first one here, and then
No. So
7 for that one, I think.
guns are impact weapons, which means that you roll twice for the damage and take whichever one's better.
Okay, so 7 for
the
this
first one is 11 damage, and then the other one is 8 damage. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so so the first hit was hit left arm. So as
this guy hit in the right arm,
yep,
so I can
so
hit
the guy,
left arm.
It was
so
the
as
left
he's
arm
still
and then the
reeling
body.
from having his like sling shot out of his hand, the other one reaches for what appears to be like a knife of some kind, and then you shoot into its arm, and then that is enough to basically use like the arm bone as shrapnel as it like ow, and just flies backwards. It is quite dead. The other one, you are, while it's like because it's the guy just next to it just died. You are able to shoot it right in its gut there, and it is also severely damaged.
I just think of the bit from Smiling Friends. Oh,
Oh no!
It just like hit it in the gut. It falls forward, like crashes its chin on the table, and just splays its head open.
Pretty much. Oh god.
I'm guessing it's barely alive at this point.
Is it alive?
Hey, what?
That's alive.
The one back here is very dead.
That
The other
one-
one,
The other one is
I hit
alive
that
still?
one. That's the one that got hit by 11.
yeah, the one that got hit by the
Oh.
8 didn't take any damage yet, so it's still up.
Oh, you didn't do
For
that.
now.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't that the one that Oz hit?
Yeah, that was the one I hit.
Oz, I thought you hit the this
No,
one over
yeah,
here.
Oz, you hit
No, I
that
hit the one to the left.
Yeah, the
Wait.
one to the this
Yeah, that
left
was
here.
the one I hit, and then I thought that was
He hit
the
this
other
one.
one that.
Lance was shooting these two.
Oh, okay. Got
Oh,
it.
my bad.
Um,
All right. The only reason I cared about that is because I know who I'm attacking. Okay.
right.
Got it.
Anyways, the
Christ. Okay, yeah, go for rats.
okay.
Rats. Rats. Where are the rats?
Rat time.
Michael!
They
Oh
are
no,
gonna-
he's dead!
Ah!
How is it that we can kill rats that have opposable thumbs, but we can't kill normal rats?
Thumbs
It's
were
a
honestly an
rats.
evolutionary step backwards.
Why do you think I like ferals? Oh my god.
So,
That's funny. That's funny.
All your friends are dead.
How bad did they roll?
so I rolled a test against fear for these guys.
Oh man.
Uh,
They're slaves, so they probably have terrible
I just-
willpower.
Do I just look like the Reaper of Death to them?
Rat Reaper, pretty much.
I'm a
There.
Gatlin rat. I'm a rattler. I'm a rattler. Yes.
So
finally.
so the number on the dice rolls were 92, 85, 96.
Oh man, that is not good.
Oh.
That ain't
So
good.
in there, so
Okay.
for me, I like to think that Roth is just casually dropping his pistols. In their minds, it's like Reaper from Overwatch.
Oh,
Like going
to
out
pull
and
out
just
two
drop
more.
it.
Yeah.
As he pulls out other ones. Yeah.
So
It's
as
Rhinotops.
as they are attacked with this huge barrage of attacks, of ranged attacks, all three remaining Skaven duck down fully behind the tables they have that are on their sides. You don't have line of sight to them anymore, but they use their entire action.
Noted.
Brock,
Taking cover.
it's your turn.
What happens if I like?
Destroy the table.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, if I charge the table.
You would make an attack roll to the table, and if you can do enough damage to break it, then the table would no longer be there. But you would essentially get a guaranteed hit on the table, but if you can't do enough damage to it, you more or less waste your turn.
Okay, well then instead I'm gonna charge. 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna charge through the table.
And then attack the this guy that I'm facing diagonally.
Okay.
Okay. And it's just a normal attack at the end of a charge, correct?
No, actually. I'm pretty sure it gives you plus 20.
Here, let me look at it. I had it. pulled up.
Is that a dwarf thing or?
Nope.
No, that's it's
Just a charge thing. Charge attack, full action. Your opponent must be at least 2 squares away from you, but within your charge move range. The last 4
9
yards after doing the strange yard. It's plus 10. Sorry.
That's it? Okay, that's fine. Plus 10. Oh, that's the second time when I charge I miss. That's the second time.
That's the second time you've rolled a 93 when you've charged.
Unfortunately, this Skaven is doing its level best to try not to get killed right now, and the Brock is unable to hit the creature.
I like to think the moment you go to swing, he holds a door firing on.
Yeah.
No, it's more like he cowers, and as soon as he kind of sees me as I swing down, he kind of like rolls out of the way.
I like it.
All right. Ashura, it's your turn. Your party has completely suppressed this group of rat men.
2, 3, 4. And she's going to say, "Alright. We're not going to kill you if you tell us what we need to know. Where's the
He
girl?"
lied. No, I don't say that.
That would be
Okay.
I would like to use half action if I can to try to persuade this fight down.
Right. I think that would be. Okay, I'm pretty sure that would be some kind of fellowship test. Probably just raw fellowship.
I was about to say I have no skill, so there's
like the actual stat.
Fell. Okay, that's a 31. That's not horrible. Do I get a bonus to this?
It's a fear.
You wouldn't get a penalty because they don't speak Reichspiel very well, but they are terrified, so it evens out.
What language do I have actually? I have Etherian. They probably don't know elves.
Yeah, I think rat folk.
Unless you have Queekish, it's unlikely that you're going to have a language that they know.
Oh, I understand why your rat's name is Queek.
Yes.
No,
Queekish.
weak
Okay.
head taker.
Oh,
Queekish is
I'm
the
gonna
language.
Queek these guys over the wall.
As I'm doing this, I still have my bow like completely open and like threatening, so it's definitely not a good.
They don't believe a word.
Quick question: where is Fellowship? Because I may actually try.
Fellowship is the last
Fellowship
one on your
is
top.
one of
It's
one of your
directly next to willpower.
it's one of your
to the right
attributes.
of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's one of the abbreviated. No wonder I could never find this shit. God damn.
FEL, yes.
Mine's a
Sorry.
31 I have to roll, so I have a 1 in 3 chance of doing this shit.
I have a 45 because.
Go, come on, see if you can follow the lead of.
William, it's your turn.
Oh, I am up. Sorry, my fucking stat sheet was actually covering up the the turn order.
The turn order. All right.
Actually, I would have just moved straight forward.
So,
to Roth.
I get it. You're stupid.
William, if you would like to, if you'd like to roll Fellowship, I'm going to say that because Ashira is essentially helping you, you may roll with a plus 10.
Noted.
I was gonna say this. Does it work out? I'm Spartan kicking one of those tables.
If it doesn't work out, William's just gonna draw his dagger. So.
Yeah.
I did not know charge was a thing. I need to. I'm glad you
Yeah.
posted that. I need to read up all that stuff.
But yeah, for this, he's
Come on.
just gonna be like. For this, he's just gonna be like.
Clock.
Listen to the tall, scary lady. Believe me, you really don't want to get on her bad side.
Yes. The lady's the scary one.
Well, I'm the only
Alright.
lady in a group of 3 men, and I
she
still
was the
haven't
one
been murdered.
She was the one that talked, so he's just like, oh, listen to her. You know,
And he's being
this is
persuasive
the
on that.
better
That's great.
idea.
That's good.
She's the bad cop. He's the good cop. Well,
Oh,
no,
I love
Roth
it.
is the super bad cop.
I'm SWAT.
Brock is the
I'm fucking SWAT.
lesser,
He's the
like,
SWAT
super
team.
bad kid.
I'm the SWAT team that's chilling in like little like
Mhm.
office tiles above, just holding
Just
a,
in ca-
The door is
AR,
the reflective mirror.
just in case everything goes wrong, yeah.
You got
And
Rock as the
Brock
bailiff.
is the Brock is
the
the Brock is the like the fucking the hero cop who's like had too much, like he's done with this shit and he's like done with the rules. I'm gonna go in there and do it myself.
So, to clarify,
As it
by the way,
goes,
Aishiro
yes.
said, no, let's be civil. Where's the girl?
So okay, the Skaven look amongst themselves and seem like they're considering their options here.
Mhm.
They what they're gonna do, you don't know until their turn.
Right. That's up to Roth to...
Roth, your allies appear to be trying to talk down these Skaven. You can't see them super well, but from what you can gather, they seem to be less keen on fighting.
run over here and just either this be intimidation or like me doing a strength intimidation. Pretty much just shatter the table in front of these guys.
Just pick up the table and throw it behind.
So, if you want to attack the table, you can. You would, let's say, roll just the damage. It's a table, you're not gonna miss it.
Make sure you're
Just
rolling
roll my
damage with the right weapon.
Yes. Whichever
Oh,
weapon you're choosing to use.
That is fair, actually. I would just be kicking it.
Okay. Well, just roll strength with like a plus 20 then.
Damn. So
You-
it just gets kicked to the side a little bit.
So
As-
you're able to kick the table out of the way, but not enough to provide any benefit to the people who are trying to.
It is made
diplomatize.
of mahogany.
Okay. The
Stop hiding behind there.
Skaven, on their turn, are going to, and then they run. They sort of run back here, and scutter back, and are holding their weapons at the ready, like they have basically like short swords, like knives and all that, mostly rusted, and are just sort of trying to hold, like put them in between you and them, and like try to motion you back, and then after a minute, this one that was shot with William's crossbow says, "We quit surrender. Do not kill us." And then he throws his weapon on the ground. The other two appear to follow suit.
Good.
Good. I don't put up a fight now.
Aishiro gives it just a warm smile to William.
Assuming nobody
Brock
continues.
Brock isn't going to hurt anyone. He's going to walk up to the one that spoke and demand, "Human girl, where?"
This tall. Like
If we tell you, the clan leader will kill us.
What makes you think we won't?
Kill flay him.
hang on. Roth, big guy upstairs.
You know what?
No, these are Skaven. Those were mutants.
No.
So they're not the same.
No, well, he said like leader,
claw
These guys
leader.
are slaves.
Okay, an incredibly just weird and random thing. Aishira is going to just gently walk over, like arms behind her back, like holding her wrists. And then she's going to produce a chicken leg for 1, for 2, and for 3. And then come back over.
Ashira, they're Skaven, not pets. Don't feed it.
Like, they like kind of like look back and forth between each other, and then like. So Brock, you're trying to intimidate them, I gather.
Yes, pretty much. That's really what this is. It's like, tell me what I want to know.
So
the question
if you want to live.
asked, yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna let you roll intimidate. And
They're
in
being
this particular
conflicted.
instance,
Their
because
tracker
of
is going haywire.
all of the compounding things that are happening that are terrifying and winning these guys over, I'm gonna say roll with a plus 50, because that would cancel out the untrained penalty and give you a plus 30 on top of that.
Got it.
What were you saying, Lance?
Oh god.
So I brought up just like, I asked like big guy upstairs, and I was gonna say leader.
Yeah, they're slaves.
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mutant? No. No, mutant is not leader. The
Owner.
he like shakes his head. No, claw leader is Skaven. And they're like looking at Brock. He is one who takes humans. Won't take man things.
So, girl not here with leader.
Where is she?
Further below. And he points at this door over here.
Oh, good fucking god. Okay. Aishira goes over to it, and she'll like look to the rest of the group briefly to see if it's worth just.
It is
And-
next. Sorry. Continue.
It's just if it's worth heading in.
I suggest you 3 leave.
Pretend to be dead. If you're lucky, we'll kill your leader, so he won't kill you.
Yes. Thank you, great hero, merciful savior. He's gonna like nod his head and then like gonna like skitter off towards the
I
door.
wish I was playing Kryn. I would have grabbed one and like, that's Mister, and just body slammed him into the ground.
Aishira's gonna say something just because it's a very Aishira thing. Remember the Fellowship 4?
What?
Just the head popping back up was amazing. Because I can't see down there, it just popped out of the blackness.
The fucking the rats are like scrambling over the table to get out. But then like right before this one leaves, and William, he runs right past you. You can tell these things are disgusting. They are weird, hairy, like distended, like rat men. They smell terrible, and they probably have fleas as well. This one turns back to Aishira. Be careful. Claw leader is Creek Featherblood. The first white fur I seen that is not a magic.
What does Aishira know about Ratman? I know quite a bit, but what would Aishira know about Ratman?
So, do you have oh shit, I guess you don't.
I don't. But
you
in
kinda
like
don't.
prior
I-
additional things.
I have.
You have things
or-
for Ratman?
I believe so because it like I've known a lot of enemies that I fought, but I don't know.
So, So I guess anybody who wants to. So if you have common knowledge Empire, I'll let you roll it with a -10.
I do not. I have common of the elves.
If you have, yeah, I guess you wouldn't know that at all.
Okay. I do have secret signs for a ranger, but that's probably not going to help him anyway.
No.
So okay. Okay.
But yeah, no, the inner workings of Skaven society are completely unknown to you, and knowledge of the Skaven in general is pretty suppressed in the Empire.
So as the Skaven is
them,
leaving,
I've never really interacted with them.
Brock knows them as an ancestral enemy. He doesn't know much about their specifics.
So the Skaven leaving mentions white hair casting magic, and she's like, hedge magic? Wait, for what?
Yeah.
It does not
Again,
use magic.
What do I roll to try this?
So roll. Okay, so Lance, under skills like knowledge and language skills. If you have common knowledge Empire,
Yeah.
you can roll that with a -10.
Come on.
And what's this other thing I have of language? That's just a basic language.
Yeah, it's common basically.
-10?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
I skipped history class.
Okay. Yeah, Aisha is just really confused. Alright.
William's gonna try to run up and grab his arrow, but like, I like to picture it was like a little bit above him, so he had to jump, but now he's stuck there. He can't. He's just hanging.
So, Roth, you realize that most of your knowledge about Skaven is how to shoot them. And you weren't aware that their fur color had any particular bearing on their rank.
Magic cat would be tricky.
There are
the Skaven shakes his head. No, he not cast magic. That's strange.
No magic, white fur, strange.
Oh, well, that made our job a lot easier.
But Claw Leader is clever, devious.
And you think
Do
we're
not.
not?
More than you. And then he runs off.
I sure gives him a little sneer. Alright.
Can I do a retcon of possibly the log trap?
Hmm?
Is there a way to reset it?
No.
Oh.
That would be
All we hear is a and then screaming.
So Skaven
Regardless,
are
they
incredibly
know
smart.
that it's
They
there.
know it's
So
there.
they would know to
check.
avoid it.
I would like to think, though, in their panic, running out, they would think, oh, it's already triggered.
Then they would see the
It
log.
would have been hilarious, but I get it.
Okay. So then next session will be the door.
Yes.
Holy Christ. Okay, that was interesting.
Oh, that crowing fucking... That threw me for a loop for a second. I'm like, is there a fucking bird outside my window? Then I realized...
Awesome.
The dimes